You got me. I'm sorry, guys. All right, look. It's a scary world out there, right? Technology sucks. Look, Travis is trying his hardest. So you know what? You know what? For the next however long, fuck it, you got me. So, you know what? Let's say hi to people. It's thank you. It is live, kinda. I mean, I'm live. I'm live. You know what? So look, here's the thing. Did I go to San Diego? No, no, I didn't. I wanted to. Had some shit go down. I reorganized this. What do y'all think? Y'all like the X-Men and the CGC? Okay. Let's do this. All right. What's up, David? Is it? You know what? There's so many codes. So here's where I think, you know what? This is really weird because Travis was on the phone with his internet provider, and he's like, I didn't authorize it. She goes, well, someone did. Viper Island. We must talk. All right. So as I fix my lighting, y'all get me for the next few minutes. Let's go back to KJ's question. Did we see Barbenheimer? You know what? Let's start with movies first. Screw it. I saw Oppenheimer. Is it Nolan's best film? Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. How are y'all feeling? 18 inches on the monitor. You know what? It very well could be. It will be all right. You know what? First world problems, people. Travis worked very hard. He's been working on his slides for the past 3 days. And holy shnikes. Are we getting Travis? Hold on.
Oh, hey, can they hear me?
They can hear you.
So I'm moving, and I'm sure you said all this. I just turned it on. I'm moving in 5 days. They already transferred my internet 5 days ahead, like a bunch of fucking assholes. There we go. We just got demonetized. So, yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I've got this. Just keep working. Just keep working it out. We're talking actually about Oppenheimer right now. Vlad. Yeah, we hear Trav. Vlad, let me know how that double feature goes. So I wanted to do the double feature, but Oppenheimer is 3 hours long. I don't know if I can sit for 6 hours. I mean, I can. I did it today, but Punk's like, oh, there goes Travis. Oh well. So here's the thing. It's 3 hours long. Fantastic film. I still haven't. It's 3 hours long. For everyone who has seen Oppenheimer, where do you put it in Nolan's ranking? Is it Inception? I have it above Batman Beyond, tied with Inception, and then we're seeing Barbie tomorrow, which I'm so excited about. I've heard nothing but good things. So you know, all right. So you know what? Chat. Dim breakfast noon up. Oh, smart. So you can give yourself. See, and I don't hate me. I forgot about Inception. I was like, this is his best movie ever. Fuck the Batman trilogy. And then he goes, what about Inception? I was like, oh, damn. Damn, I forgot about Inception. So that's really good. And that's the thing. I've heard Barbie is fantastic. I am so stoked to see it. I've heard nothing but good things. All right, so you know what? While we wait, I did ask if anyone got some cool shit from San Diego, and let's see here. I think San Diego did break, but let's see here. Where did? Yes, Tunt. I'm gonna copyright that word, Tunt. And yes, I did pull out the Jim Beam. All right, so where Did it? Jesus, I'm having to go through a lot of. Oh, here we go. Okay, so yeah, I heard that Jada Dark Ryu went like that. So if you got it, kudos. Oh, Flood. That's a wonderful way to spend your birthday. That's a wonderful way to spend your birthday. I like that. Good job. I did heard. Yeah, Dark Ryu went like that. I got two. Oh, you Trevor got. Yeah, I knew. So peer pressure sucks, and I haven't opened these yet. So if you most people, I assume, watched the show, we did our best of, and both Trav and Tony did the Jada Street Fighter. I'm like, no, they're cool. I won't get it. Blah blah blah. I got it at my comic book shop, Bedrock. I mean, it's not mine. It's one I go to. And lo and behold, yeah. Don't ever say that. Like, what's your addiction? All right. So I got Ryu and I got Fei Long. That dark Ryu looked amazing. Jason, how awesome is it? I haven't. The one I did get. Yes, I know. It was one of those things where, like, should I get it? No, I'll get it. All right. And thank you, Ski. Yes. Oh, I haven't got Chuckles. No, and here's where I wasn't hard pressed to get Chuckles. They've got some really good stuff coming out. Holy shit. There's, man, you know, I don't need to start a new line. I really don't. But as I'm kind of breaking away from other lines, I was almost done with NECA, and then they fucked me with the turtles. I'm kind of walking away from Marvel. I was like, I'm just gonna go to G.I. Joe, just all G.I. Joe. And then Jada comes out, and I saw, like, the Guile and the Chun-Li. I'm just like, God damn it. All right. So here's where I wasn't too hard pressed to get Chuckles, because I knew he would be released later on, and lo and behold, today they've released that Chuckles will be coming out, I believe, Friday. I need a pre-order, so I'll get Chuckles in. I did get Steven Spielberg. Outside of the likeness, he is also one of my idols. And now, because I love that little setup, and because they now have the toys are on sale. Actually, you know what? There we go. They're going on sale at Target. I got sorry, this is the Jim Beam. Let's see here. How do let me bring this up as well. Let's see here. Interesting thing about Spectrum. Okay, let's see here. Share screen with boom. Okay, so while Travis is trying to figure this out, he is literally. We're gonna mute Travis. We're gonna mute him. There we go. All right. So. All right. So here we go. Boom. Now, you have to give me a second, folks, because I'm having to kind of do this on my own. You saw that now. Okay, cool. Is there a likeness between me and Mr. Spielberg? Yeah, 100%. This is fantastic. This is amazing. So you know what? Because this is what happens when you go live. You say, screw it. I got this for $5, and it is the kitchen and counter pack. It's awesome. I'm gonna try and find the Ellie Sattler with the Jeep for $5. Apparently they're just all $5 now. Screw it. I'll get it. And I'm going to create one of my favorite Steven Spielberg films. Let's see here. All right. So I've got Spielberg. Let's see here. The other thing, and now we are going to go into a lot of Mattel. We're going to go into a lot of MOTU. All right, you know what? We were going to bring him on later, but we're going to bring on special guest Stephen MC in a hot minute. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, y'all. This is so much fun. So much fun. Okay, hold on, people. Might have some workarounds. Might have some guests. You know what? Screw it. All right, now. What's up, Chris? Everyone's like, good. Okay, so for those of you who did go to Comic-Con, and we'll talk to Trav hopefully, and maybe Steven, maybe I get a few people who went to Comic-Con, who didn't. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen on this very special episode of A Toy Kind of Mood? Oh my God. So here's the thing. David, yes, I did get Motherboard. Steven got her for me, because he's a cool dude like that. I lost my train of thought there for a goddamn second. Those of you who went to Comic-Con, did y'all feel I don't want to say a change in atmosphere, but from everything I was reading and like all the comic book artists and writers I follow, they fucking love this Comic-Con because for the first time in damn near 20 years, it was about comic books again and action figures, and like the panels were packed with like comic book and comic book fans instead of them waiting for Hall H or some other TV show movie. It was actually about the comics, which when you hear San Diego Comic Con, kind of makes sense. So I mean, I don't know. Like for those of y'all who went, how'd y'all feel about it? For those of you who didn't go, do you feel like you were missing out? Because usually, even when I go to Comic-Con, I don't wait in Hall H. Fuck that. I go to the comic book. But I get all the like, oh my God, I was there for the trailer that I'll watch in 5 minutes, right? So, did y'all feel any different way about Comic-Con? Back. See? You know what? You cannot keep a good geek down. All right, so I don't know, guys. What do y'all think? Like, was Comic-Con hindered? Because obviously you got the SAG strike, you got the WGA strike. Was it hindered? Do we feel better about having movies be less of the focal point and it be more about let's see, hold on 1 second. Sorry about this. Right. Yeah, thank you very much. Yes. Yeah, and see that's the thing, like I think a lot of people weren't too like, oh my God, about the exclusives because like yes, the Spielberg is sold out now. Will he come back later? I mean, Mattel does do that, right? Mattel does bring back, exclusives later on. And see, that's where I'll do certain panels, Mel, right? Like last year I did What We Do in the Shadows panel. It was amazing. It was fun, but you're so far removed from everything. So like I was watching the TV, like the giant monitor, right? It was like, all right. Like it was fun. It was fun, but I left, a little early, so I can go back to the comic books, right? It's like, it was a back to the basics, which I think. So here in Houston, we have Comicpalooza, and they've been really focusing on, the pop culture, which is cool, which is great. I've met some really cool people, but they've started like kind of slacking on the comic books, artists and writers, and a lot of people are kind of grumpy about that. I know in September I'm going to GalaxyCon, which they kind of do have a nice even split of pop culture and comic book artists and writers. David, 100%. The amount of toy announcements we got at this one was insane. Absolutely insane. And oh, thank Christ, I have my partner here. Oh,
no.
Praise Jeebus. Praise Jeebus. I got KJ with me. Okay. All right, we're good. We're just gonna talk now about stuff. All right, KJ, what's up, buddy?
1 second. I think we're having technical difficulties.
Whoa.
I can't hear a thing right now. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Can you hear me?
You're on bench, buddy. You're on bench. Can you hear me now? You're on bench, buddy. You're on bench.
Okay, so here's what we're doing. I'm streaming on my laptop, and I am also using my phone. And I am also using my phone. Where's that echo coming from?
I don't know. Thank God this is vanilla. I think this is great. I'm just, guys, you know what? Here's the Diet Coke. I'm going straight to the bottle. Thank God this is vanilla. I think this is great. Drink responsibly, kids. Hey, are you good?
What the hell was that?
Let me go get David Speck while you work out this at the Kings, and then we'll bring you back on. Let me go get David Speck while you work out this at the Kings.
Yeah. We'll be right back, folks.
After these messages, he'll be right back. All right. Yeah. Screw it. Speck, buddy. Luckily, I was just messaging you. All right. So as I go down this rabbit hole of me and me alone, which, by the way, for the 12 people who stuck by, thank you so much. So look, Travis is apparently a few minutes away. We'll see. At least, like I said, thank God that Jim Beam is vanilla. Okay, so yeah. So listen, the San Diego had a lot more like the comics that we got out of it, the toys we got out of this. Like, yes. I feel it was like, okay, we know Comic-Con has been known for the movies, and we get that, and we love that. But during this time of, they need a strike. Fuck it. Yeah. I think that they, God damn it, that they really kind of, were able to go free reign with the comic books and action figures. And it's just so many great action figures, which are all on Travis's computer that none of us can see right now. Okay, so real quick, and we'll go back to Comic-Con in a minute. Spec made fun of me for buying this. I don't give a shit. I got the 12-inch Leonardo from the New Mutant Mayhem. And no, the actors were not there at Comic-Con. However, Jason, this fantastic, good job. Yeah, it's insane. Just the amount of douchebaggery I've seen on screen. Going, well, I'm not part of that. Well, that's fine, but you still have to support that, or because the issue is is that this is kind of like overreaching a bunch of different avenues, like not just Hollywood, but like, you know, plumbers, linemen, etc. Okay, so back to Comic Con. Sounds good, KJ. KJ to restart, as you can read on here right now. So we're good. And Travis said a few more minutes. So he said that, you know, 15 minutes ago. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. So now, what we're gonna get into the we're gonna get into that hopefully later on. But let me ask y'all this, for everyone who's still with us, all 18 of y'all, thank you so much. How did y'all feel about the toy releases and the toy reveals, right? And I think a better question for y'all, because G.I. Joe does this beautifully. It's a chef's kiss, right? G.I. Joe will give you renders for the next year. Like, here's what's coming out next year, right? Would you want more companies, aka Marvel, to show you what they're working on for next year? Because here's the thing, like, yes, we saw. I love the Marvel Knights reveal, and yeah, and I felt so bad for Dan, because on his Twitter, people were giving him shit. They're like, well, this line is only, you know, Hasbro Pulse. And you know what? Fantastic. That's, you know, like, was there some stuff that like Crystar? Like, I won't lie, I wasn't like, but yeah, show me the pipeline. Like, get us excited for what's coming, like, down the line. Like, last year was Shipwreck. I just got Shipwreck, and, like, you know, 3 weeks ago, it was a year of me going, God, give me my fucking Shipwreck. Just give it to me, right? Same with Rock and Roll. And I do like pipelines. Star Wars does that to an extent, right? With like it's like the pipeline reveal, but it's like a picture, like, oh, here's the character what you're getting. Like, all right, cool. But like the Crystar, will I get it? It's gonna be a smash. It's gonna be a patch for me. I'm gonna wait to see it in hand. And oh man, that Mutton Junkyard was so damn cool. It was so great. It's one of those things where, like, oh man, it was funny. Actually, I rewatched. Holy shit!
Hey.
It's Dave Speck, y'all.
Yeah, you get to see my kids' room.
Ooh, fun.
The only private place in this house I can have.
It's the only privacy I get. All right, so we were, if you weren't paying attention, because you were getting everything set up, I was asking the lovely people in the audience, do you wish Marvel Legends did what G.I. Joe does with their reveal? So we get renders for, like, next year. We won't get them in hand for, you know, a full year, but we know it's coming.
I don't follow the Marvel Legends as much, so I get most of my news from you guys or from what I see on Instagram, and so it always seems like they have a ton of reveals to give as they're announcing product. But I mean, I always love seeing pictures or renders of future from any company.
Right.
Like, I think that'd be a great.
It's just, like, yeah, I know, because we were going to have Steven on today, because he did speak with Dwight, and there were some figures that I think if they had announced just even a digital render of them, the Marvel Legends fans would have gone berserk. I can't say, but they are going to be finishing off some teams that they have started, right? And B is right here, right? I like how Legends does teasers for upcoming characters. Yeah. And, you know, here's the thing. Like, we know because they said they said that they are going to finish certain teams. Generation Next might get finished next year with a certain Build-A-Figure, which I called on a show a few months ago. I'm stoked about this. G.I. Joe, like Travis is we're gonna talk ad nauseam about G.I. Joe tonight, hopefully, because he said it's being activated now. So, maybe there was a workaround with Viper Island. And then he has his show on Saturday. But Marvel, and we'll talk more Marvel Legends later because Travis has this up. The Crystar and yeah, Jason, I get it. I probably will get the Crystar. He looks cool. Like the fact that he's all clear. And I have been a sucker for the all clear figures before. I've got the Iron Man. I've got the Doctor Strange Astral figure, which I should have passed on that one. But Spec, did you get any exclusives this year?
I ordered Chuckles. I got lucky, and a buddy had somebody that was there, and they were able to grab me the code. And then I got the Spielberg set as well.
That's right. You did get the Spielberg set.
Yeah. I don't really get the Jurassic Park stuff, but I get the exclusives because their exclusives are fun. They do stuff that no other line does. I mean, you know, the first exclusive they did was the Sam Jackson with the raptor escape getting the arm torn off.
That's right.
Then they did the Ian Malcolm Chaos Theory book that opens up to him like injured in the sexy Ian Malcolm pose, and he says phrases. And then last year was Gennaro eating off the toilet by the T-Rex.
Dude, I almost bought that.
I
almost got that.
That when I stood in line because I went last year and that was the only thing they had in stock, but I had wanted it, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab this one. And then I mean, it's just like they do silly things that nobody else does. On the shelves at Target is an Ellie Sattler with swappable arms that are covered up to her elbows and shit. Action figure that has that. Like I just love that they go there. It's, you know, it's a nice risk to see someone take.
That's true. Like, so I got the kitchen counter for $5. It was great.
Let's pick that one up too because of how cheap it was, and I found the Jeep, and the Jeep was like $10.
And see if I can.
I have a photo idea if I ever get off my ass and take it, and so I was just like, all right, for $10, I'll get the Jeep.
And see if I can find that Jeep, I'm gonna get it too because I want to have like you have like a photo idea like I want to have like Spielberg filming like all these scenes. Dave, you got all the Super 7 Joe stuff. Okay. Yes. Ooh. Zen got an extra Chuckles. We'll give it to someone. Ooh.
That comes with strings with Zen.
You know what? Look, I need that Chuckle. So Zen, you know, tell me what strings to pull.
I hope you like feet.
That's one thing I hate. I hate feet. I hate feet. My wife is always like, she'll like put her foot up to me, and I'll do the same thing to her because she hates my feet. I just hate feet in general. My feet, she says, are hairy. She says I have hobbit feet, whatever. So I definitely, you know, it's the joys of marriage. You get to
my wife is grossed out by feet, so I'm always torturing her.
Exactly.
And I have like toe feet, so I can.
Oh, so do I. It comes in handy when you're cleaning. It really does.
Yeah.
Eat McCoy. So yeah, I got that Spielberg because it was just beautiful. I got that motherboard because Steven was like, I may get it, I may not, I don't know. And then, you know, this is what happened when Travis isn't here, and I got Jim Beam. But he was like, the motherboard is beautiful. I'm like, God damn it. He goes, the wingspan is gorgeous. I'm like, God damn it. He goes, I have an extra one. I'm like, fine.
It's cool. The $60 price sort of turns me off. I actually just rewatched the back half, the last 5 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where she makes her appearance at the very end of it. And it's just like the conversation that we've all been having for the past several months in terms of limiting our scopes and watching our budgets. And Masters of the Universe is my clearance line. I'll only get them if I can get them on sale. So actually, in terms of like trying to make space and do whatever, I have the Mattel Creation Scare Glow. And I found the regular release Scareglow on the shelf yesterday.
Yeah.
And he was $15. And then I was just like, okay, do I really need the Creations one? So I grabbed the cheaper one, and I'm trying to sell the Creations one. And if it does sell, then I'll switch them out. And I mean, the Creations one does look cooler. The glow in the dark, it's got a better shade of the fluorescent green yellow.
Right.
It's like it's been sitting on a shelf, and I'm not a completionist, and I never actually had Scareglow as a kid.
Yeah.
But he's a cool figure. So I think Motherboard is one I think she'll show up at the Mattel store, which I live 10 minutes from.
Gotcha.
And if Travis is ever in the area and we go down there, if I go with Steve or whatever and I see it, maybe I'll cave and pick it up, because they have the Evil Lyn exclusive, the goddess Evil Lyn.
I've got her. Thanks to Lance.
Cool, but I don't need it.
No, I get it. And now to complete a trifecta, while we wait on Travis. KJ, can you hear us?
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes.
Am I pixelated? Do I look like Max Headroom or what?
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
All right. So now, KJ, you're just in time for this wonderful discussion that we've always had a discussion on. Yes, David, we know David Evil Lyn has feet. Okay, I just don't like feet on me or in my face or touching me. I'm just no.
I'm an ass man, so I don't have that problem. It's fine. So.
Just don't get touched. And my wife's like, "Oh, feet." I'm like, "You want to go? You want to play that game? I got longer legs. I can touch you more." All right. So we're talking. Did you, KJ? What did you get exclusive wise from?
Buddy of mine helped me out with Chuckles.
Okay.
And that was basically it. Everything else, this is the same thing that happened last year. Like last year, I had to track down Serpentor. I grabbed this Knight Rider from last year's Comic-Con. Like I'll pay the iron price. So that is what it is. Like I wanted to get that Muhammad Ali. I did get Kino and the scooter with the shirt, pizza box, and everything else.
I pre-ordered that one. I forgot. I got that one too. So I pre-ordered it before.
Whoa, what's this?
Wait.
It's Gandalf. He's back.
Holy mother of... Guys, they made me cry.
I know.
I literally cried for 30 minutes straight.
The cry kind of
like
mood.
A baby.
A feelings kind of mood. Okay.
It's good seeing you, man. Yeah.
Imagine, like I've literally worked on the preparation for the show for 3 days, and they shut my internet off 5 days ahead before I moved. Right when I was about to go starting, and I couldn't use 5G on my phone, couldn't use a hotspot, nothing was working. I tried everything, and I was on the phone with them for over an hour to get here.
It's okay, buddy.
But you're here.
So I'm here.
You're here. You know what? I held it down. Spec helped me.
You did.
AJ helped me. This is a community, a friendship with no feet.
It is.
Just above no feet.
Chest up.
All right.
It is. I can't.
I thought you froze for a second. You went, I'm like, oh, did he freeze?
All right, hey,
Donald.
Let's get into it. These are friends of the show. These are friends of KJ as well. Articulated comic book art. When our show wasn't working, you probably check them out. But yeah, those are the homies. Shout out to Fabio, Ponchisi, Rick, Boog. It was great getting to know them this week. And at Comic-Con. It was a good weekend, you know. Hey, Dave Speck. Look at you, all handsome on the show.
I know, right?
Is KJ still there?
I'm still there, yeah. I'm in the chat. So I've been in the chat this whole time. And the 1 second I tried getting on, I almost broke the internet, but not in a good way, not in a sexy way.
Not in the way my internet broke.
You know what? But here's the thing. When one of us falls, you know what? We pick each other up.
This is true. I was happy. I gotta say, I was happy when I was on the phone with that damn company and I looked at and I went on YouTube and saw a bunch of people on the show. I was like, what's going on here? That's pretty cool.
Fuck it. But look, here's the thing. I finally get to meet Dave Speck like virtually because we talk all the goddamn time. And then, fucking KJ's, my ride or die. So fuck it. Let's run this shit.
You guys are all my ride or die right now, man.
About the Speed Racer. I've been dusting off my Speed Racer collection. So there.
Yeah.
All right. So back into Comic-Con.
Oh, I never even sent you the outline.
You didn't. So you know what?
We don't need no hook. We don't need no hook.
Literally flying by the seat of my pants for the past hour. That's nice. God, could you get some dope ass shit, man?
I'll be right back. I can still hear you. Keep on going.
Okay.
All right. So actually, I'm gonna send that to you now.
Okay.
To your, I think it's gonna go to it's gonna go to your Gmail right now. Cool. Perfect. All right. So that was the Comic-Con 2023 pre-show, the 0 hour, the buy-in. You bought in. It is time to do it. It's time to rock it. Thanks so much, Bobby.
You're welcome.
That's right.
Look,
all right.
If I'm gonna call myself a co-host of the show, then I should probably fucking co-host the show, right?
Yeah.
Now that Travis is here,
you can
hang out.
You can do whatever you want, Dave.
Okay. I'll hang.
You can hang out, man. You now that you're here, you're sticking with us now. Wow. I mean, this is not the way I imagined the night. You guys held it down though, so I'm very happy about that.
Imagined the night.
Yeah, it's just been crazy, man. Like, instead of packing, I was sitting down prepping slides for the show, just trying to get my brain out of the Comic-Con mush to try to remember all the fucking awesome madness that I saw. And then I can't even do the show. Like, I should have just packed. I'm just like, I could have packed my whole house to move, but no, I care about this show so much and I wanted to be so great. And then, the internet gods didn't want it to happen, but here we are. We're
I said, fuck that internet gods.
Yeah.
God killer. All right. KJ. I mean, not KJ is not here. Travis, you were there. Beguile us with tales of the Hasbro vault.
Well, this happened. Look at that motley crew of folk. I think most of you recognize the guy next to me.
Robo
Whoosh. I met him once before at Star Wars Celebration. His partner in crime over at the Whoosh, Veebs, right on the right. And it was really awesome getting to know Kyle and Trey, of course, two of my wrestling buds in the community. Kyle Peterson was a guest on A Toy Kind of Mood at Night. Maybe my favorite guest ever on A Toy Kind of Mood at Night, except for Bobby.
Thank you. I was about to say, God damn it.
Right? Because that Comic-Con preview show we had last week
was insane.
And dude, My Damn Toys, Trey, he is an amazing guy. He's such a nice kid. I held his camera during his interview with Mattel, so that was interesting. I helped him out. He helped me out. So looking to collab with him next week. Kyle will be on the show Saturday. We have an all-star crew of people. MCU Collector, Mike Case, that's KJ's homie. He's joining me Saturday, along with Kyle. Murderers Row to talk G.I. Joe. So tonight, I mean, I see KJ there. I see Dave, Bobby. We're going to talk G.I. Joe, but we're not going to spend too much time with it because Saturday, Toy Kind of Mood at Night, we got that going on. So,
yes.
That's the deal there. Here's some Joe cosplayers. I didn't quite have my Chuckles shirt on this day. Not that I was really cosplaying as serious as these cats, but I thought that was a pretty interesting group. Doesn't that look like Punk with Toys over there, KJ? Little Sarge?
It does. It does. I got a surprise for you guys. I got something that once you're done, Travis, I'm just going to grab the mic for a second, but continue.
Oh, okay.
A surprise?
Ooh. Almost don't want to continue at this time. Toy Tube is your night. So I didn't get to say hi to anybody, but I'll just say hi to you all at once. All right. Next up, the vault. Okay, so I didn't get to even go to this thing because it was ridiculous. They had us schedule appointments, and then because nobody went when they weren't scheduling appointments or people weren't showing up their appointments, it was just open. Like I could have just went anytime. But what was there, and one reason I wish I went, the Terradrome. You know, that's our special
That is
custom focused
amazing.
G.I. Joe show. But that would have been fun to play with in person, and I missed out. But if you were
Ooh.
at Comic-Con at the vault sucked. Hey, it's Jason. I got to hang out with Jason at the Paramount Plus party, man. That was freaking awesome. What up, Jay?
Oh, nice. What you guys go see?
Oh no, the Paramount Plus party.
Oh, okay. I thought you had
Yeah.
a party and y'all were watching Paramount Plus. Never mind. My bad.
That wouldn't be a party. That would be like a library. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no. But we had a good time, man. It was nice meeting my dude out in Texas. Shout out to Jason, fan of the show. He also has other stuff going on. Please advertise that, Jason the X, in the comments, and we'll put that up. And then yeah, there's more shots of the Terradrome. Pretty cool, huh?
It's one of the best play sets ever made.
Yeah.
Dave, did you have this when you were a kid?
I did. I bought it from another kid selling it at a yard sale for $5.
What?
Hey, look, I got this right here for you. I never had
Same
it,
yard
so.
sale that the same kid sold a flag for $5, and I missed it by 10 minutes.
What? The flag for $5? A $5 flag?
He was a
What
skater
in the
kid,
flagging fuck?
and he was just getting rid of all of his shit because he just wanted skater. He wanted airwalk shoes and decks and trucks and wheels, and he was just and we had got, we used to go to his house and play with his flag, and he was getting rid of it all. And I'm to this day pissed that I missed out on a $5 flag.
So,
but I got the Terradrome, I got the Phantom, the stealth jet, I got the Raven, I got a bunch of shit from him, and basically paid nothing.
So real quick, for this show, I went and rewatched the Toys That Made Us, the G.I. Joe episode, and the flag originally sold for $110. Today, that is almost $400.
And if there really was a flag, even in 118 scale, it'd be like $1,000.
Yeah,
118 scale, even though it's only supposed to be 400. So
that son of a bitch.
Yikes!
Crazy.
All right, so my boy Jason, check him out. Cool, super cool nerd show. He is in fact a super cool nerd because I chilled with him and we got drunk and it was good times. So
Cool.
My wife had a flag, and his wife had a flag, and he still hates her. That's a cool, super cool nerd right there. Oh, my dude, Pat's in here. What's up? Fuck G.I. Joe, those are for kids. When he could have funded an entire skate deck and shoes with them.
I'm saying, man, someone should have helped that dude out. Like,
Right?
This is what this is
That's
worth.
what's up. That's what's up. But
Real
all right,
quick,
so
real quick.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Before we do anything else, I want to go back to KJ real quick because he has a surprise for us.
All right. So you guys are familiar with, Across the Spider-Verse, whatnot, Spider-Punk, the homie, right?
One of the few
just got
Marvel
this-
Legends I actually bought.
I just got this in straight from the Beltran Bros. This is the Hobie Brown head sculpt.
Ooh,
Nice.
hold on. Let me solo you real quick.
So this is from the Beltran Brothers. This is going to fit perfect with that Marvel Legends Spider-Punk. It's going to be great. I got some extra guitars. I got Hasbro guitars. I got Gridiron guitars. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. I'm pretty.
You never disappoint, buddy. You never disappoint. You know the assignment.
I understand the assignment, sir.
You understood the assignment, my friend. That is dope.
Yeah, this is great.
That's awesome. Okay.
Sick. I still haven't even seen the movie yet.
What the shit is wrong with you?
Only person. Hey, I've seen every other movie just because those are the ones I was able to get the 40X tickets for.
Yeah. Go see Barbenheimer. Go see Barbie and Oppenheimer at the same time. Like watch them at the same time.
I saw Barbie already. It was great.
Oh,
but yeah.
Still need to see Oppenheimer.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out.
Okay.
Oh, look who's here. Was he here already? I just
Yeah, he was.
Is it?
You're
Yeah,
the last one here. But it's all good though.
I'm gonna have to look
Well, I'm
about
gonna
the
say what's
circle.
up.
All
Well,
right,
that
because
was
you
a
said
very
no
cool
shoes and no
surprise.
feet, so I'm good with that. All right, Trav, let's go back to you. Let's go back to your pictures.
No, that was a very cool surprise because at Beltran Brothers, I bought a Green Goblin head sculpt, movie head sculpt
Yeah.
from them that they
Yeah, the
still have
William
not
Dafoe
made
sculpt,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Beltran
still
Brothers,
have
they do
not made
amazing.
that.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. Just some sights from Comic-Con real quick. I saw this as I was walking. We got a moonlight shot of this as I was walking with A.C.B.A. on our way to a nice dinner. So they're still recording because they're probably going to go longer than our this show, knowing them. So, but yeah, shout out to those dudes. And I was like, I didn't get to hang out at the Dragon Ball display as I normally do because I left a day early, but I thought this was a nice shot. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Tamashii Nations. They had a booth. I just really didn't have a whole lot of time, but these were two things I pre-ordered. The five fingers death there, Naruto and a new Vegeta, Super Saiyan God. So those are pretty cool. Cool to see in person. I did a little video on the gram, but otherwise that's our coverage for Tamashii Nations. So that's that. But let's see what
Cool.
else we got going on there.
All right, so
Jada,
next,
huh?
Jada, let's go Jada, because as I was saying
yeah.
before you jumped on, you son of a bitch.
Oh,
I can't even get these. They're marked up everywhere. How'd you get those?
So, funny story. The day after that goddamn the top 10 figures, I go to Bedrock, my comic book shop, and they have all these in. They have like 10 to 15 Ryus and 2 Fei Longs. I get the Fei Longs. I'm like, you know what? Let me go back. Let me get that Ryu because they're dope as hell. And what happens? I go there today, all gone.
you can join us for
All gone. So, you know, we're gonna hold on. I did not do that. Hold on. Remove Travis for a second. Okay, he's back. Look, Jada is amazing, and they were coming out with these. Like, god damn it.
They're awesome. I'm just not starting another line. I
don't want to. I don't want to start another line. I'm gonna have to like what? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna slow off on Marvel. Spec, as we were discussing earlier, Marvel Legends. I hate to say it, but kind of a clearance line now. Just wait a bit. You get them for clearance. Done. Origins, fine. Mattel collections. I'll get them on sale.
I think once I get my last, I've got like 4 or 5 Black Series pre-orders.
Yeah.
I think once I get those, I'm going to taper off of Black Series too. I mean, I'd already been tapering off and like waiting for sales, but
I'm kind of done with Black Series. I've got 2 pre-orders and then I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will sound like when I dropped Transformers. I sold my Inferno, got another Inferno from a friend through BBTS, and that completed my Truck Boys, Artfire, Grapple, Road Hauler, and so forth. My Lambros. Yeah, it's weird letting go of a collection. It's almost like saying bye to a friend.
It is.
Well, I'm not going to get rid of them, but I mean, right now I'm trying to sell. I did buy into like the Micro Galaxy Squadron, so I have almost all of the first wave, and then a lot of the mini blind boxes and a couple of the second wave, and just decided between the way that they run their distribution and do their exclusives, I was just like, I'm out. So I'm trying to sell because those just take up space and they're awesome, but they got to go.
Yeah, I got the Storm collectibles, so that's all the Street Fighter I'm gonna collect. But these Jada Toys, they look amazing. They are way cheaper than Storm collectibles.
That's like my favorite one, I think, of the reveals. Cammy.
That's a great Camry.
Yeah.
Look at DJ though. DJ looks dope. Ken.
Hey, Mr. DJ.
So guys, community, do you remember when there was that early leak and then people are like, this is fake, it's fan made? No, it's the same character. It's the same characters. It's Ken, Dalsim, like this is real. I don't think DJ and Cammy were part of that leak, but that leak was real. That was debunked.
Man, why not hop on the show?
Still cool.
Y'all gonna make me buy this shit? I can't buy shit right now. I'm looking at this. It looks so
Dawson,
great.
Dawson,
Look at the
Dawson
butterflies.
looks dope. Yeah, Butterfly
So-
Jones, $25, man. You getting the full articulation.
So I might. I think I'm gonna cherry pick. I'll get Chun-Li. I'll get Cammy. I'll get Guile, and I'll get Blanca.
I mean, if you got Fei Long, you're gonna get them all.
Shut your mouth, Travis. Shut
I
your
mean,
mouth.
come on.
No.
Look how good these look.
I know.
And this is without the accessories. They're gonna come with extra hands. Some of them come with extra head sculpt.
I got a spotlight DWH. He says like the waiting on E Honda.
Well, yeah.
Like the E Honda of this. Do you think it'll still be $25?
No.
It should be 40. That's fine. You know what I mean? He's a big boy. 35 maybe.
You know, my case.
Well,
like
40.
the big boys.
Well, here,
There you
check
go.
this out before I forget, because I've lost my mind. Right?
I was tempted for that one.
I was too.
You know,
The $10
it's
ship
on.
eased my.
Is the pre-order still open?
I
It
don't
should
know.
be.
Jada next level? Let me check.
Yeah, that's what's up. But here, check it out. Let's get some. Let's unbox this shit.
Hey, man,
No
hanging
one's
out with
even
y'all,
done
man. I
an
end up
unboxing
broke,
of this
man. Shit.
All right, let's do it. Let's unbox this thing.
Still
I don't
alive.
have to take it out of
Order.
this, but look. Yep, you could still pre-order this. Jada Toys Next Level, Jada Next Level. Evil Ryu, a nice $40. I believe this is well worth $40. Diorama pieces. Extra Hadouken Blast, 2 different colors, 3 head sculpts instead of 2. 2 sets of hands. Look at that nice backdrop. It's very
Yeah.
cool. $40. They're giving us a lot. And this international. Usually international's like twice as much, you know?
And you didn't have to pay shipping, right? Because you got it on the floor.
Right. So I was able to cancel my pre-order. I got it on the floor, and then, you know, I held on to it for a little bit of days, and then I decided to keep it and cancel my pre-order. So there it is.
No. It's sold out. DWH is right. Sold out.
No. Okay.
I can
It
add
is
it.
sold out.
I'm
Oh.
ready.
I wasn't gonna get it.
Oh, well, I shouldn't have opened it then. I would have made some money.
Right.
Just kidding. They barely, you can't make any money on them. Someone sold them and maybe made $10. Like, I'd rather have it 3 months early? August, September, and October? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd rather keep it than make what, $10? That's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
it
No.
doesn't really flip.
I mean,
All right, next up.
It's going pretty. I mean, I'm glad you opened it because it's yours and you shouldn't buy the flip. But yeah, it's going for like 100 right now.
Well, that's selling 100, but if you, well, all right, what is it? What are the sold price? This last sold price on Macari is $77. After fees, that guy makes $10 or $12.
Yeah, exactly. And they up their fees. That's inside baseball. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, for sure. It's all good. So,
Yeah.
but check it out. Mega Man.
Very
Oh,
nice.
what are we looking at? The sold?
Yeah, it was
sold.
about $105. Like this is like 100. You can get 100.
Oh, that's from
Start the
Hong
fees.
Kong. I wouldn't trust that.
Oh,
Yeah. You're like,
Anyway, man, you know what? I'm not a Mega Man person because the games are way too hard. But as a kid, I thought it was cool. It's always very iconic, but the toys look super good in person. Dave, you mess with these?
Me, no, but I think they look awesome. The funny thing was, my kids kind of like playing retro games here and there, and I don't remember if it was on one of the little Nintendo consoles that I got. One of the Mega Mans is on there, or they found an emulator. But anyway, they're playing it, and I forgot how hard it was, and it transported me back into the late 80s, early 90s with Nintendo Power open, sitting there playing it with your friends.
Yeah.
And your friends are like, jump, don't do this right now, do that. Okay. And you had to memorize the level to get anywhere near to completing it. And I was just like, this shit's too hard. I'm out.
So,
Dave, that was your nickname in high school. Woodman. You were laying down the wood. All right.
So on the NES, the classic, the small one, and the Super NES, there is a Mega Man on each one. There's Mega Man 2 on the NES Classic, and then there's Mega Man X on the Super NES. Both are insanely difficult. Mega Man 2, I had that as a kid, and I remember being so frustrated, but also having like the patent pin in your crown, and you have to like write down like the code. So they're like, oh, here's where I saved. Okay, cool. And God help you if you lost that code and you had to do everything all over again. Oh, these look so cool. I love these.
Yeah.
I gotta stop.
Okay.
Oh, I like early anxiety. Yes. The old school Nintendo games, I think that's where most of our generation got anxiety from, because there was no save. And when you could learn, when you save, like, what? I can save a game? God.
Jada's also doing the food mascots, right?
Yeah. I didn't throw them in here, but check out
I'm
their
not going to
website.
get them, but I think they're awesome, and I would love to have them.
I am going to actually I will get my dad the Cheetos mascot. My dad loves Cheetos to the point where on Father's Day, Easter, and Christmas, he gets like a bag put in his stocking or in his Easter basket for my mom. Yeah, so he's getting Chester Cheetah.
That's beautiful.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
All right, Cyberpunk. Soft goods.
They're
Jada's got
cool.
some soft goods.
Look, they're cool, but I haven't played Cyberpunk, and so I have like zero affinity for the game at all. So they're cool, but I'm gonna pass.
So this is I believe this is Edge Runners, the anime.
Netflix. If you have Netflix, though, check it out. Yeah.
They do look really good. Wow. I mean,
They look amazing.
you could tell it is the anime just by the faces, but yeah.
Yeah.
These are really nice. We're gonna have to ask if Fabio still joins us. He loves the soft goods. I'll ask him about I'll keep these slides to the side and ask him about that later.
Hey, Dave, really quick, let me ask you, how do you feel about soft goods in your photography?
I like it. I mean, I've been dipping my foot into the Mezco world, and it has its purpose. It's that thing. I don't love it on everything I see. Sometimes it looks a little weird or out of proportion. I also think Mezco sometimes doesn't photograph well, but looks good in person.
Okay.
Depending on the figure, or it takes somebody that really knows what they're doing with the camera to show it off and be like, oh, that really does look good. It took a long time. I ended up buying that Man of Steel, but for the first, I don't know, however many times I saw him, I was like, it just doesn't look that great. And then I saw some photos. I saw it in person at WonderCon, and I was like, actually, this looks really good. And ended up getting it. But I mean, as far as photography goes, I mean, it definitely can serve a purpose. It just, depends on what you're trying to achieve and what figures you're using and what your end result what you want it to be.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Hey, Bobby, you know this
Trav.
guy. I want to give a shout out to him before I forget. We may do it later in the show, but our dude Slickalicious hooked it up with a nice Dragonfly t-shirt.
Ooh.
Go check out a store on Etsy. G.I. Jive. Sorry about that. G.I. Jive on Etsy. Slickalicious also. Slickalicious. Get you some. We have an advertisement at the end of the show, but go check out my man Slickalicious for this sweet Dragonfly hookup. Thank you, man.
Awesome.
Friend of the show. All right, cool. So we got that. All right, we're good with that. We're now on to more video games, Bobby.
So this is the what is this? The Call of Duty figures, and we do have a special guest in the wing, so we'll bring him out in a second. This is the Call of Duty, which I said duty. It it's all right. Look, Call of Duty, I love the game. They I don't know how I feel about these figures though. So for me, gentlemen, this is the hardest of passes.
And this is also the hardest damn thing to flip. Nobody wants it. I bought it just to, I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to pay a very expensive trip. And I was in line, I grabbed it. I'm on the fence about it. Nobody wants this thing. Not a good sign for the Call of Duty line. That this is one of 1,000 and only one sold. So
here's the thing. I was collecting the McFarlane Call of Duty, right? And this was like this is before classified series and all that stuff. And like the fingers were like noodles. Like you had one guy who was like this big hulking guy with a battering ram, and he had like little baby hands like Chris Elliott in Scary Movie 2. So I would say there's some things it does better. There's some things that they don't. You can probably, these will all go to clearance. This is going to be a long lasting line. This is going to be Overwatch Ultimates all over again. Like, it's going to have a very short shelf life. It's not looking too good for Fortnite either. People who play games, they don't necessarily play figs. Maybe the other way around because we love so much media. But if you're playing a game, you're not going to be like, you know what I need? A collection of 112 scale figures. No one's saying that. Gamers don't say that.
No, but you know what? I put this together, and this looks really badass. I did get this from Fortnite. It's some freaking little like dropper, like little helicarrier, like little like parachute.
Someone in the chat will know.
It's a glider, but I put
drop in when you join the game. I know this because of my kids, and so then I play. When you join the game, you jump off of a flying bus into the map, and then as you get closer to wherever you're trying to land, you deploy your parachute,
cool.
whatever
But,
item.
I got this for 8. I might, if I'm near an Ollie, and I might buy another one because this is just it's for $8. And look, the Joes are dropping in. When I get my Hiss tank in, this gonna look really badass. Like I got the little explosion coming, behind him. It's just dope as shit. Like I'm sorry, and the stand it comes with is like a legit, like it holds. It doesn't,
It's fun. I got to shout out David Warren Hernandez because he hooked me up with the boat from Ollie's. And
did you really?
Yeah. Whenever I get a chance, I got an idea to try and customize it.
Yeah. So I was watching Pixel Dan did a booth stop at this. And Pixel Dan literally can't say anything bad about anybody, right? Like he just doesn't. And he went in there and it was like, so I think these are prototypes. And then he goes, well, this can't be a prototype. This is the exclusive that's at the store. Well, I just wanted to show the booth for my fans who like the game. And then it was a 1-minute video, probably got 1 million views. And I'm like, he literally roasted them in a Pixel Dan way by not being nice, not being anything. He just it's not a good look right now. It's just look at that thing on the right. Does look like a prototype. They're just pretty mediocre, pretty mid.
Oh, that's 100% mid. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Too much time has been wasted on them. Too much time. Keep going.
There's that one. Okay, cool. Well, this was cool. So I already showed a picture on social media. I thought it was fun. The Sting exclusive from Jazwares from AEW with a casket, and this is the packaging. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I will tell you that I did a wrestling podcast this week with my guy, and we went over all the wrestling reveals. So I'm going to fly through this stuff. And right here is AEW Jazwares. They're doing a vault now. They're starting to have their own like Mattel Creations Hasbro Pulse called the Vault. And now in the Vault, there will be certain items there that are direct to consumer. Maybe a way to save from. Even Jeremy Pradauer was like, how businesses are. Basically, he was saying like, we don't want stuff to get clearanced out, right? He was basically saying that. So, but CM Punk Supreme, we wanted this forever. CM Punk is back in AEW, so it's a go, and it looks great. I mean, the 4 face sculpts look decent, and the soft goods and everything. And Malachi Black looks amazing. Love the antlers there. And same slide. Look at that. And then here we go. WWE sticking with wrestling. Went to the Elite Squad panel. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They do it again. Last year they had Undertaker and Cody. This year they brought on Mick Foley, aka Mankind, aka Cactus Jack, aka Dude Love, and Seth freaking Rollins, the new world heavyweight champ. So that was a really fun panel as always. And then here's the 3 faces of Foley. So this was, just to be quick, I'll do a wrestling show with my wrestling guys on another day, but this was like the reveal of the show for me. And Mick Foley said, this is one of the best days of my life. And it was just like, well, what about the birth of your kids, right? But yeah, I mean, but it's cool. I mean, he had 3 iconic phases in WWE as well as, and actually that Cactus Jack look is from WCW, and he's had many different iconic phases throughout wrestling history. I mean, going back to the indies and the territories and ECW and whatnot. But yeah, these look terrific. Some soft goods there on Cactus Jack and Dude Love, and an all new look for Mankind. So very looking forward to it. This is a ringside collectibles exclusive. And there's just a look at Mick and the panel with Seth. and kind of showing off the renders there. I don't know why the picture's so tiny, but okay. And then these were some of my favorites. Ashka, nobody's ready for Ashka. She looks awesome there. Let me see if I can move this real quick. Oh, okay, here we go. Cool. There you go. That's just a nice digital render. Ashka looks amazing with her modern look. And Rey Mysterio unmasked. Like, we've gotten 1,000 Rey Mysterios. There's more Rey Mysterios than there are Wolverines and Batman put together. And we finally got an unmasked one from WCW in the Filthy Animals look. So soft goods too. And then the Outsiders, before they were NWO, this was the night they took over WCW. They didn't have the gear yet. And it's very iconic. They are a Hogan, but yeah, they look awesome. And they made an adjustment on Razor Ramon's Scott Hall's boots to match the iconic. So they do listen to fans, just like our favorites over on the Joe brand. And lastly, Honky Tonk Man. I know, Bobby, that you have an affinity for this character.
Not at all, but it's a dope figure. I do remember the Honky Tonk Man very loose when I was a kid. And I mean, will I get him? No, but if I see him clearanced out, hell yeah, because
he will be because it's a Target's Legends, but it is great, but it's a greatest hit. And actually, the greatest hit Legends don't go to Target; they might be fan channel, so they might not be on clearance. The reason I'm showing Heart Foundation, probably the most requested tag team figures in years. They finally made them, and they botched Bret Hart's face to death. The good news is there's a bunch of other Bret Harts out there. You can pop the head off and pop it on.
Okay.
Likely, but it is a painted render, according to global brand manager Steve Ozer, who's been on the show. So maybe they'll fix it.
I was about to say, like, I was curious. I was trying to figure out who that was in the Heart Foundation. Like, who the hell was? I didn't. That's not Bret Hart.
I mean, it looked more like Paul Roma. So
yeah.
And then so anyway, guys, if you love wrestling figures, probably two of you out there, go check out my Comic-Con recap with my dude Justin Kendall from WrestlingFigureNews.com. What an awesome podcast! I can't believe he had me on. So real cool. But yeah, that's that for wrestling and Jazwares. What else is next? Trying to fly through this.
We got McFarlane.
Oh, everyone's favorite toy line. Okay, cool. All right, I know it's Dave Speck's favorite. So
look, I don't hate them. I just don't buy them anymore, and they're very hit or miss. They when they hit, they're cool, and when they miss, it's a whiff. I found the Jokerized Dark Knight the other day, and I didn't like the regular release, but the Jokerized paint job and everything on it, I was like, that's pretty cool. It looks good. And then I saw the new movie Blue Beetle figures, and I mean, as far as accuracy goes, they look great. I'm not buying them, but they look solid.
Man, I look. I won't lie. Was Batman and Robin a good movie? No.
No.
Is it a fun movie? Kinda.
I just put it on the other week. I went to my kids. I was like, "You guys want to watch a really bad movie?" And then I put that one on. They were actually kind of into it.
Like, as a kid, I was totally into it for a bit, but I won't lie. I don't like that Nightwing Robin suit. I actually do like the Batman Forever suit better. Yeah. I like Alicia Silverstone's Batgirl. People gave her too much. They called her fat. I'm like, how is she fat?
What? No, man.
Oh, dude, no. There. You can go back and find they called her fat.
No. She was little in the middle, but she had much back.
Late '90s people. What do you expect?
They can't see
it. Hollywood backlash bullshit.
Right. Look,
here's like Firestorm and Hawkman. Those renders look awesome.
Yeah. So I'm only doing the Justice League and now the Titans. Only the Justice League. I will be getting these two because they're leaguers. They're Justice Leaguers, and they look dope as shit.
I'm no me likey.
Yeah. All right, Travis. Let's keep going. Yes. Fuck the Joker.
Everybody needs a Catman figure.
I saw that Catman. I saw that they were doing that. I was like, what the shit? What, they're doing Catman? All
I have
right.
the Lego one because I have all the DC Lego, the blind bag ones.
Oh, that's cool.
But it works as a little Lego minifigure, but it's such a cheesy.
No. I like that Black Lightning. I'll get that.
Yeah.
I'll get that.
I like that. Is that the Woman of Tomorrow Supergirl, or is that Helen Slater?
That's a good
That
question.
looks like it might be the Helen Slater outfit.
Hold on a
Right?
second, if I may.
I'm gonna say.
No, it looks like it might be from Tom King's World Woman of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, because she has the pants on.
Yeah, pants.
Yep.
Mhm.
Space pants.
Yeah,
All
shout
right.
out to Helen Slater. Shout out to the Ballad of, what was it, Billie Jean? No, what was that? Had the Pat Benatar song in it. Never mind. My pulp culture is failing me. Never mind. Sorry.
It's all right. Finally. Finally.
I
I'm
hope the
sorry,
face
y'all.
doesn't turn out like that.
What's up?
I said I hope the face doesn't turn out like that. It looks like Michael Jackson.
I'm just hoping.
Really, it's a digital render from a screen. These are pictures from a screen and a panel. I don't think we've gotten official renders yet, so let's not jump the gun. Even though it is McFarlane.
It's probably it'll be. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Fingers crossed. All right. What else? What else did we get? Is that from McFarlane?
Last panel in McFarlane that I got. Digital Starro Wave. It's a digital Starro Wave, so we're not actually getting Starro, I guess.
No.
An
No
NFT is your arm.
No.
Build a figure. Build an NFT. A Bay NFT. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. That was McFarlane. I told you guys it was going to be exciting. I'm sure there were more to it, but that's what we got.
I will say I saw the two new Spawn figures, Sin and Medieval Spawn. Sin looks like Lex Luthor. He looks like he's wearing the power armor. He's all right. But that Medieval Spawn looks good. It's
The
almost,
Kickstarter one?
not the Kickstarter one, just the standard release that's showing up on the pegs right now.
Okay.
It's solid. It's a good looking Medieval Spawn.
I love Gridiron, and I am getting bladed weapons from Gridiron, and I think it's going to go great with that Medieval Spawn. You know, Mythic Legions, all that stuff. So just pointing that out there.
Nope. KJ, as always, you are spot on, my friend.
I'm shilling it up.
So we got to say bye to someone on the show, and I can't thank you enough while I was going through my Wi-Fi woes of the day. Bobby, it's been real. No, I'm kidding. KJ,
KJ, I love you, buddy.
dude, I knew you were like taking a little hiatus or whatever, but just to come on because of the madness, and I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. No, you guys are my dudes. I'll still be on the chat. I'm taking care of some things. I'm editing videos right now. Torpedo just came in, so that whole wave you're going to see on YouTube very soon. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be doing that. So much love to the chat. Much love to you guys. Spec, good seeing you. Of course, Bobby, Travis, all that good stuff. Don't forget to drink your water out there. Be safe out there in the heat. These dudes are still bringing the heat to y'all. Let's keep the party going, man. All right. Peace.
Cool. All right.
Peace out. Thing with no air conditioning right now, and it sucks.
Peace out. So it's funny. We have two people backstage, and they're both ghosting texts, but they're in the backstage. So I'll just let them sit backstage until they hear that. So here's Chaz. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, let's go to Marvel Legends, a line that Dave Speck doesn't collect, but he can just hang out. And look at that jackass.
Like one or two. I did get that Cyclops. He was on clearance, and he's a good-looking figure, so I wanted him. I grabbed him.
Yeah, Steve. Right. Steve has got me one. He's got it in his my pile of loot he has for me right now. That when that box. What's up, bud?
Oh, I was gonna say I discovered that I forgot to hand him one of the figures I got you. So next time I get up with him, it was like hidden in my trunk somewhere.
It happens. I just know that when that box comes in, oh my god.
So look who's in the house. One of the biggest up and coming rising superstars of Comic-Con. He's like, what? I've been here. I'm a vet, yo. It's Fabio, the Fabster. What's up, dude?
Oh, what up, boys?
What's up, Fabio?
I had no idea it was some kind of rising star. Okay, I appreciate that. I think it's you,
that's the way-
Travis, who's the rising
That's the
star.
way I felt.
We got your
man.
hands to shake a few other hands that I was able to introduce you to, so that was fun.
That's what's up.
If there's any
Oh,
rising
wait.
star, it's you, bud. But thank you.
Oh, appreciate it. Hey, I have a question. How come our names are not where are the names?
Mm.
Good question.
I don't know.
But everybody knows me
Wait.
anyway.
Oh, wait, here it is.
There we go.
Trav Dog.
Right, the Trav dog, baby. That
Trav
Everybody-
Dog.
everybody
I don't know why
internally
that
at
wasn't there,
Hasbro
but
is
okay.
calling him the Trav dog now. You're welcome.
That's right. All right, got it. I got it. All right, and here to pump you up is another Comic-Con vet, Steven MC, ready to pump you up. What's up, Steven?
Hi guys, I was just doing some I was just,
We saw.
Yeah, we saw that. He was like
I was working out
110,
a little bit.
111, 112.
I was bored. I was like, I'm sitting here backstage waiting to come on and talk about toys.
Just hanging
Well,
out.
We're here
Just
for
hang-
the. Oh, I know, KJ. I was here backstage hoping I'd get a little FaceTime with you. You were so missed at the con.
I
So,
I was actually there.
No, I mean KJ though.
Oh.
KJ, he
He was
said.
just in here. Yeah. But
Yeah.
He
Steve,
thought you meant Kevin Wish, is AKA.
Yeah, Kevin Wish
AKA.
was my old stage name, but then I got hacked by guys in South America.
That's right.
They stole my name.
Yeah,
No,
I was gonna say to replace Black Genghis, you need 2 people. So
That's
that's
right.
what we're doing here.
You do.
But so check it out. Fabio, you were at the panel. What'd you think, man? You're not a big time Marvel Legends person, but you were there.
Well, you guys said you were talking about ML, and I got excited because I'm opening up Mythic Legions.
I was there.
I guess I misunderstood.
Oh, I see myself. There I am.
Where are you?
I was in the back on the right.
Oh, I was just making a dumb joke. I was
Well,
cut out of this picture. I was all the way to
It's
like the
like-
left side of this picture against the wall.
I see.
is that you, Fabio, standing up?
No. I'm way off to like the left, like off frame, front row to the
All right,
left.
and then where's Steve in there?
I
Where's
see
Waldo?
like if you're looking at the picture, I'm in the back right. I can see myself. I'm wearing actually the exact same Filmation hat I'm wearing right now.
Hey,
Yeah, I see myself. I'm in the back right. Like if you look at the picture, I'm a tiny little head and I have my hand up, and I think this was the part where like Dan started giving out like toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
well, we got
Do you see?
some serious talent up there in all of these rows. Of course, you got this
I was gonna.
Jackass
Yeah.
label, but just in that front row, Kevin from Toying Around, 80s Baby, Dario right there next to him. Back and to the left of him is Shartimus Prime.
Who?
And then behind Shartimus Prime is a gentleman that I became very familiar with over the con. Incredible like moment with this man. They call him the Ruckus. Hilarious. Oh my God. He was at the that coin op party, Travis. And then just behind him, a couple of rows is Blaine from NECA and Steve Ozer from Mattel. I mean, it was a real who's who at this whole panel.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
It was a panel for sure.
Yeah.
I'm
I
glad
thought it was
all
fun.
you guys enjoyed it.
Well, we'll get into that panel. Bobby, I wasn't there last year, but you and Steve and Fabio were on the panel holding it
Yeah.
down, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
So this was my first Marvel Legends panel, I think, ever, actually, because before the pandemic, I wasn't doing the toy thing too much. I was more into Marvel's MCU. I was going to like Hall H and stuff instead of the
Oh,
toys.
yeah.
So this was cool to be around people, especially people I'm
And
starting to get.
It was
to
right
know,
after
so.
this panel, Travis, that we got that huge picture with all the YouTube toy people.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby, I don't think I told you the story. When the panel was almost over, the Marvel Legends team, specifically Ryan Ting, who got this picture, was handing out gifts to people, and they were giving out they gave out a Sentinel and a Galactus.
Yeah,
Haslab.
at the end. And there was
Yes.
like a random draw, so they were just
Yes.
going by seed and row.
Imagine if you went to Comic-Con and then you went and then you could afford to fly one of those things back. I would have had to keep it.
that.
I just sent you that post if you want to pull it up, Travis, with the picture.
Bobby, I would have driven it up to Texas for you.
I appreciate that. See, Travis, that's a friend. He drives for you. Like, I'm gonna sell it.
Actually, Bobby, you know what I did? I went up to the dude who won Galactus and I said, "Don't mean to bother you, but are you flying or driving?" He's like, "I'm flying. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this." I said, "I'll pay you half right now in cash."
Yeah, dude.
And he took my email, but then he ghosted me, and I finally got him. I emailed him again, and he was like, sorry, I'm just gonna ship it home. His friends obviously talk some sense in him, but I was trying to buy it for like $200.
But it was random draw, so there was, some non-collector who gets it. They might be okay with getting, $300 cash in pocket.
I would sell a Galactus for $300 easily.
Right? But to have cash
nice.
at the con and not have to ship it home, there's some worth in that too.
Or you know what I would actually do? I'd parade it around in the apartment for a little while for Travis to look at.
That was my one chance to get the Galactus, and it didn't happen, so it's probably never.
Oh my God, it's Sting and Dwight and Tony.
Sting? No, that's Fabio's best friend,
No,
Dan
Housen.
Who's the guy with the beard?
Brody King.
Okay.
He's a wrestler. They're AEW wrestlers.
Well, I know.
I saw them actually taking their picture at NECA because they had the little photo booth where you could take a picture with the Leo and the sewer lair with like the weapons. So I just happened to be there setting up my appointment with Blaine when these guys were taking their picture and doing their whole thing with their wives too. They were walking around all together. Really fun. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. I don't know.
Let's get into some toys, Travis.
I mean, I would love to actually have Danhausen and Brody King in a faction. That'd be insane together.
It would be. Actually, in the Jazwares panel, Sting and Danhausen were there, and they looked like father and son. It was kind of
amazing.
Fun. So Steve was onto something with the Sting comments.
Actual Sting was at Comic-Con?
Sting was, he was in the Jazwares panel, and I actually forgot to bash them for this when we were talking Jazwares for 30 seconds. Their panel ran against G.I. Joe Classified. How stupid is that?
That's annoying. Yeah.
That was bold of them.
Yeah.
So
you know what? The Mattel He-Man panel ran against Marvel Legends panel.
That's even worse. So they just really dumb things when there's still not that many toy panels, maybe 2 to 3 a day. You don't have to run them against each other. Really. Like, what are you guys thinking? Like, toy collectors collect toys. You know what I mean?
What's a toy?
What? All right, moving on. Bobby, did you get my notes?
Of course I got notes. I'm looking at your notes.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. What does it say next? It says the return of senior production designer Dwight Stahl.
Yes, I thought this was that picture. All right.
Yeah, so there you go. I got to know Dwight. I got to get to know Dwight because look, he's a wrestling fan. We talked about Final Fantasy 16, all thanks to Fabio, because Fabio invited me to a party that a line down the street, and I didn't want to wait in line, so I hung outside the balcony. And here comes Lenny, aka calling me Trav Dog, and then here comes Dwight, and Dwight and I just talked for like 30 minutes. It was friggin' awesome. And then I finally got in and got to party and buy Fabio all kind of drinks, even though he didn't deserve them.
Let me tell you, I have the best Dwight Stahl story, and I cannot, in good conscience, share it on a public forum. Next time we see each other in person, I got a great story for you boys.
Cool.
Nice. Now, real quick, Steven, you talked to Dwight for a little bit. Is there anything you can share?
I did talk to Dwight. I talk to Dwight every year that I'm there. I am the highlight and the bane of Dwight's existence every time I go to Comic-Con. So what happens is Dwight's just like, I know you. And I was just like, I know you. I was like, you're Dwight. He's like, I see so many people, I forgot your name. I was like, I'm Steven. He's like, yes, of course you are. And so he's like, I do remember your face. You're the one that wants Wolverine or Deadpool on a toilet. And you're also the one that wants Scott Summers and Jean Grey and tuxedo and wedding dress. I was like, correct. That's me.
That's awesome.
And so the funny part about that Scott Summers and Jean Grey thing is like probably I'd say maybe 6 Comic-Cons ago, you know, I'm standing in line waiting to ask Dwight a question because everybody walks up to Dwight, and then so I'm just like, "Hey, Dwight," I was like, "This is awesome. You're doing like, you know, X-Force. You're doing the Reavers, blah blah blah. It's cool." I was just like, "Could we get a Toys R Us 2-pack?" This was, by the way, when Toys R Us existed. I was like, "Can we get a Toys R Us 2-pack and like, you know, kind of like a comic book." You know, where Jean Grey and Scott are on like the cover and they're getting married and they're engaged in a kiss, and you put Jean Grey in a wedding dress and Scott in a tuxedo, and he goes to me, "You're the only one that would buy that." And then literally 2 guys are behind me and they're both like, "I'd buy that too." And he goes, "Oh, fuck you for doing that."
We still don't have it. We still don't have it.
I didn't mean to start shit, Dwight. I was just trying to like give you an idea. He's just like, no. He's like, the mold for a wedding dress would be too difficult. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. So
some interesting comments here. So Diana Davis, friend of the show, what's up? Diana, missed you at Comic-Con. We were in the same panels, but that's how crazy it was. We didn't get to say hello, but they named a character, and is it Barrel Roll? Because it says right here, figure 6-pack data, G.I. Joe action figure Barrel Roll.
No.
Like,
oh, I know who Barrel Roll is. That's the brother of Bomb Strike.
Oh,
also worth noting real quick, the other dude in the photo there is Tony. He's one of the paint master guys over at Hasbro. The
love
great
Tony.
Tino.
Oh wait,
Great Tanino over there on Instagram. We just been calling him. We had this weird running joke in our crew about like just his mob nickname would be Tony the Painter.
I know why she brought up Barrel Roll. Because Bomb Strike, you guys know who Bomb Strike is, right? Girl with the, you know, she's got the drones and stuff from G.I. Joe. She's got the really big, you know, boobs. Her brother's Barrel Roll, and then I think like Night something is like their other brother is Evil, he's in Cobra. Their last name, yes, their last name is Stahl, and that's Dwight's last name. Stahl.
Yeah. Good call. Nice. Good work. Yeah, Tony is the man. Just every time I saw him, if he wasn't talking to other people, I stopped and talked to him for a long time. He's
he was a real nice dude to talk to. I wish I'd gotten a little more FaceTime with him because he's always just down to hang, and he was at Coin Op, but I didn't get to chat with him much.
Tony's the best.
Friday,
Tony the Painter.
Friday before these guys were all in rare form. That's what we'll say, rare form at the Coin Op. But Friday when I saw Tony, I was at the booth and he was actually alone, and we were just like bullshitting. And I see these guys, I'm like, they get nothing but interviews all day and ask questions about the Joe product. And we just interviewed these guys. So I'll talk like wrestling with them and like other things, and really just try to get to know them. And sometimes that helps you like see their inspirations for the products that they make. Like they might pull from other like pop cultures and other things they like. So it's really interesting to like get to know them too. So, but yeah, and there's MCU Collector. Shout out to him. He'll be on the show.
I ran into him 10 times. We counted it.
Damn.
Losers.
We had a running joke because last year I ran into him like way more than anybody else. So every time we'd see each other this year, we'd count out loud how many times we'd run into each other.
That's
guys,
fun.
By the last one, it was just a nice solid, you know.
I have to jump out for just 10 seconds. Give me a second.
You can always just jump out without announcing it.
All right, cool.
But anyway, yeah, I ran into Bryant probably 6, but it would have been awesome if we just did you should have did the Ty Dillinger.
That's what I mean. 10. Yeah, the Ty Dillinger is what I kind of gave him from afar.
10. But anyway, he was a special guest for a Power Ranger PowerCon episode, not PowerCon, but Power Morphicon episode that we had, and he will be here Saturday with Kyle and Mike Cass for our deep dive G.I. Joe. So let's get into Marvel Legends because Bobby's getting restless. So let's talk some Marvel Legends.
No, I mean, Crystar is, for me, a kind of a deep cut. I know Jason earlier, like, no, you're going to get him. He does look very MOTU-esque. Shield, sword, like the helmet looks very, trying to capitalize on Master of the Universe. I told the crew earlier while we were waiting on you, Travis.
Thank you.
Internet, you're welcome. Will I get him? More than likely, yes. I'm a sucker for that clear, opaque figure. It looks dope. But I'm not like, oh my god, I don't need him. It's just he'll be a fun grab later.
Well, I thought of you when I saw this because it's old school, very Masters of the Universe. You know, it was like the 1982 Remco figure, an 83
Very-
comic, right? You know, I mean, it had, what did it have? Doctor Strange, Alpha Flight, Nightcrawler was in it. But dude, I got to talk to Fabio about this point. The logo of Crystar.
What about
know it, right? You know it. We brought you on to talk about a certain rock and roll act or star later in the show, and he has used that logo in some of his bands without permission.
Has he really? Wow, you just educated me, Travis.
So Glenn Danzig has used the logos, and look at Dave's face. And he's used the skull logo from Crystar. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, interesting. Where is that?
I wanted to tie in
for comparison.
I wanted to tie in Danzig from beginning to end.
And do you want to know an interesting fact? Glenn Danzig was in the running to play Wolverine prior to Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman?
Right.
That is insane.
He also doesn't like to be photographed with his groceries.
I remember he would
say that again?
Sell himself for the role, but I don't. Was he ever truly in contention for it?
He was. Yeah, no, he was in the top 5.
Okay, because Jason Patrick was originally cast, and
it was Jason Patrick. Then it was the Scotsman from Mission Impossible 2.
I remember.
That's who I'm thinking of. But is that not Jason Patrick?
No. So that was hold on. Let me look it up real quick. Mission Impossible. Doug Ray Scott.
He was originally cast, but the shoots on MI2 went long and fucking ruined his career.
Oof.
Yeah.
Because that movie is horrible.
What? What is?
MI2.
Bullshit.
MI2 is great. It has Metallica on the soundtrack and Limp Bizkit. It's goated.
And Foo Fighters.
All I gotta say is motorcycle fights and doves.
I love it. Oh, come on.
It's John Woo. Well, bro, what do you expect?
You guys are whack. I'm going to go watch Fast X right now.
Wait, not John Woo. Who was the director on that one?
It was John Woo.
It was John Woo. Okay, that's what I got.
That was like his. I guess that wasn't his big American debut.
Also the best Tom Cruise hair in all of the movies.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting distracted.
No.
With
we need to establish that Tom Cruise had the best hair in that movie. Therefore, it's the best movie.
I think you have Fabio. I think you have the best hair in this movie.
I'm not in that movie, but I appreciate it.
He does. Fabio has amazing hair.
He does.
My hair is all a mess right now. That's why I'm wearing the cap. I love this. Look, I know some of y'all, Jason, in the comments, weren't a fan of this Marvel Legends. Look, that Clea is really cool looking. I actually might get her to go with my Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
I think that's a fantastic looking.
There are plenty of Marvel Legends to talk about. That I actually thought the panel was very strong. I mean, coming off the Engines of Vengeance, they had to just have something safe, simple, fan favorite. They didn't really have to take too many risks, and they gave us Crystar. Like that's such a deep cut that opens like to ROM the Space Knight. Like so many things can come out of this. So many different IPs, and it's a hidden gem. You don't have to care about it. But then they gave us like, this X-Men 97. Like, come on, this was not a bad panel, man.
No,
I think it was a real like read between the lines sort of panel, because you can glean a lot from what they didn't announce, i.e. the HasLab, i.e. the fact that the Marvel Knights Wave is not a retailer release. It's like fan channel and Amazon exclusive.
Sure, yeah.
So there's something to be said about a full, and the biggest pop of the whole panel was the return of window packaging rather than the reveals themselves, which is ironic considering that wave with the return of window packaging isn't going to be at retail.
That's right. Well, because that's going to be just a fan channel.
Yeah.
Well, it's smart because we
wanted the windowless didn't work at retail. So, okay, let's bring back window packaging, but not at retail.
Here's the thing. Ever since the inflation, Star Wars Black Series and Marvel Legends are the bane of clearance existence for collectors now, because you're getting $25 for these accessories. It's a whole lot, isn't it? Wolverine's the only one with any decent accessories. I mean, come on. You barely even get a hand.
I
mean,
well, Gambit's got the throwing hands.
pretty much all of them have good accessories except Rogue, or not Rogue, Storm.
Yeah.
You know, they have.
I mean,
the
Rogue.
bear,
What does
man.
Rogue have? Rogue has 2 hands. Like
But
2
one of
sets
them has
hands.
like the glove sculpted that she's holding, so that she has the ungloved hand.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's all reuse. By the way, it's all reuse. The only new parts are, I mean, the Bishop is 100% new, which is good.
Yeah.
The Wolverine has the best face sculpt of like any Wolverine they've ever done.
Yes.
Aside from all the reuse, obviously the Storm is a new head sculpt.
Yes.
And Magneto, I think they went back and changed the legs so that they're pinless and the arms as well, but it doesn't quite match proportionally the existing sculpt that they like put it with.
Yes, everything that Fabio is saying, I'm going to agree with, and I'm not jumping into this line except for Bishop.
Yeah, because the Bishop, you swap the Jerry curl head, and this is a way better classic Bishop.
I think it just looks good, and I like what they did with him. He looks very animated, and I mean, I have my sort of animated Bishop that came with the Sauron wave over there in the case, and I'm cool with it because I mean, he did have, you know, in the old series, he had the long hair.
Yeah.
But this is new Bishop, and I love Bishop, and Bishop's a great character, and
Yes.
I mean, Travis will probably be the first to tell you I'm a Rogue whore. I'm not going to buy that Rogue. I'm going to wait for clearance because I have a Rogue that looks exactly like that, and I went and I painted her jacket to look exactly like that color. So I'm good on $24.99 for that Rogue.
Yeah, that's rough at that price point.
That was my point. Well, that was my point. The thing is, it's only available on online retailers for $24.99 because you can't clearance wait. Like, let's face it, like you're not going to be able to get the clearance price from any of those sites. Maybe those once or twice a year sales from Pulse. Maybe that's it.
I think that.
So hold on, Entertainment Earth, BBTS, and Hasbro Pulse do sales.
I mean, but it's rare. It's not like Walmart and Target where Dave Speck knows he's the King Hunter, man. Like everything's on clearance like 2 weeks, a month after release. They don't do that online.
Okay. All right.
If you're patient enough and you keep watch, sometimes Steve's right. Sometimes you can find some pretty good deals. The problem is like Big Bad Toy Store does those deal of the days or the deal of the weekends.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll see the one thing and you'll be like, oh, that's awesome. But then you have to pay for the shipping and then that offsets.
Oh, it's only Dave, it's only $4.
Well, I'm cheap, so
I'm mildly cheap, and like, I mean, besides Fabio, the other two guys in this chat are cheap too. Like, you know, Travis and Robert don't like spending a lot of money on shipping either. They like free shipping. I will say that I don't like to pay for shipping, but if you're going to get a great deal, and when I say great deal, I mean like they're basically just giving you the fucking thing for free. Fuck shipping. Like, pay $4, pay $7.99, whatever. It's just a little shipping. And the good part about that is like when you pay for shipping, if it gets fucked up, they give you a discount or they refund you.
True.
Good call.
So, yeah, I love Storm and I love Bishop. I'm gonna get Storm maybe because I like the head sculpt. Bishop for sure. Magneto, Bobby, I know that you're gaga over that Magneto because you missed the Family Matters 3-pack Magneto, right?
Yeah, and that's like the two figures I am like, yes, that Magneto, because I need that Magneto, and then the Bishop. Wolverine I might get because actually, like Fabio made a good point, that is an amazing head sculpt.
It is.
And one thing I'll say too is, unlike something like What If, these designs, while like they're kind of current to the new thing, you know, the new entertainment or content or whatever, it's still pretty timeless looks. So worst case scenario, they'll still work for your comic display or whatever. And a year from now, after the show is no longer airing, these looks, you know, will still matter because they're so
they hold up because they're classic.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
That Wolverine's a great Wolverine, and if I didn't have the steel box Mezco one, I would probably get that one.
Yeah.
My only issue is I just basically have these figures already. That's
exactly
awesome.
Yeah.
And now
I love. Go ahead. Sorry.
I did pre-order that Chip, the Chip Zdarsky Daredevil there.
Nice.
I love. I'm reading the run right now. I love what he's doing with Matt Murdock, especially in relation to the Punisher. and just what's happening all with that. Yeah, that was just I saw that I was like I gotta get this Daredevil. I've got two others up there by my on my CGC shelf or CBCS shelf.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's a cool design for Daredevil. I'd never really read the comics. I'm familiar with different looks. I had never really seen this one. I like the contrast, black and red, and then the shaggy beard.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty much like giving up being a lawyer right now, and he's just the leader of what's it? Not
Fist.
The Fist. Thank you. Yeah. So he's all on. Apparently now, I'm sure we'll get him like something next year. He's now gone full God mode. It looks like the vengeance of God. He's in a white DD suit now. So, but this so good. I wish they would have Sorry, Trav. I wish they would do like a head sculpt though, where his eyes are gouged out.
Oh, he's sick.
Yes. And Jason makes a good point here. How do we not have a Cheseto Punisher? I don't know. We need one. But all right. What is next? The mindless. This is the.
Hold on. I had a few comments here.
Okay.
This is the fist leader Daredevil. Just to get that out of the way. I want to laugh at Jason K, who said, "Oh, who cares about Marvel Legends?" He's commented on every single one we've shown and said he's bought in every single one we've shown. I think.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to a big time fan of the show and also a great big YouTuber himself, Usual Mike TV. What's up, my man?
Howdy.
And then the other comment is my favorite, Jason K. Chips and salsa. Yes, we will be talking about G.I. Joe next, so stay tuned, Joe fans.
Yes.
And then it looks like Steven's got to go soon. I mean, we're going at our pace, so if you got to go, you got to go. That's all.
All right.
So that's all I'm saying. So all right, cool. We're gonna go with Marvel Knights. Go ahead, Bobby.
Oh, look, so Marvel Knights. We're getting the classic Luke Cage. We've got the Zdarsky Daredevil. We've got Blade here.
Jason
Me too. I'm going to after that Wi-Fi disaster. I'm trying to get drunk, but go ahead, Bobby. Sorry.
That's all right. So we got Clea here. Look, I think this looks fantastic. I think the sculpt looks really clean. The face looks really clean here. The colors pop. She was for a while the Sorceress Supreme, while Doctor Strange was dead again. This is fantastic. I didn't pre-order her, but I'll get her later on.
Another idea for Clea is you could use her head and put it on top of Vertigo, so you can have an animated Vertigo if you have that X-Men 5-pack.
Which I do not. Because
I do.
I know you do, but I don't do packs. No, fuck that. I'm sorry. No, I don't do 2-packs. I don't do 3-packs. I don't do 5-packs. No, it's not the way it was intended.
You get the figures faster that way.
Why not, Bobby? That's interesting.
Because for me, I don't like being told, "Hey, you want this figure? Then you have to get these other figures." No, kiss my ass. I will get them on my own goddamn terms.
Okay.
So, am I a little passionate about that? No, I just get a little annoyed with that. Like, oh, I need that cannonball. Well, you know what? You need to get a 3-pack. You know what? No, maybe I don't want to spend $74 at once. Maybe I want to do $25 every so often.
No.
I told you guys about Jason K. Why are you talking Marvel Legends? Okay, that Blade is also awesome.
Oh my god! I that's the only figure, Jason, I pre-ordered was that Blade. It's fucking amazing.
It is amazing. I might end up going back and getting that. That's pretty damn dope.
But does anybody wish he came with an alternate head that wasn't?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the main thing.
David Speck, I wish that he came in a 3-pack.
No, I think it's the same. I think it's the same Blade torso they've been using. Just like, I think these are the Havoc arms. It's a whole kit bash. Maybe the legs are new, but just that same Blade torso is unfortunate. And yeah, it needed, despite however many accessories it has, it still needed that neutral face.
Okay,
I agree.
I love how Fabio's the Mezco guy, but then I watch his stream with A.C.B.A. and they're walking around the whole convention and he knows everything about everything. Every toy line, he knows every statistic. And his boys are like, okay.
Yeah,
They were
because
just waiting for him to
that's
be-
why he loves Mezco.
I keep my ear to the ground. I'm a student of the game.
Yeah, he poo-poos everything else. That's why he loves Mezco, sorry.
He's good.
I
He's more
love
look
this.
at Daredevil.
And
It's awesome, bro.
And look, and the cool thing about this is like if I don't want to do like the whole like build a figure wave, this is the only one I really need and or want. And yeah, he didn't come with any pieces. Although once again, that does piss me off that he has the same price as all the other figures. But you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I like this figure. Yeah.
Cool. And then of course he's the fist leader, so he's got to come with a fist ninja, and it's got two looks. And then the build-up pieces are, of course,
Yeah.
you know.
This is dope
the-
as hell. I don't know if any of you other got this, but this looks just looks amazing. I love that.
Hey,
like,
Dave. Yeah. Oh, no, I wanted to ask Dave because Dave Speck saw the Viper today, and we're gonna get into G.I. Joe real quick. This would go along good with that because she's got that Zartan face sculpt and then the skeleton face sculpt, and then you have this, right?
Yeah,
This could
and
be like her henchman.
And David Warren Hernandez was just saying the same thing about it going with Viper really well.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Look at that. Great minds.
Yeah, that just looks amazing.
Very cool. Oh, look at this. I wasn't right. DWH was too.
The only thing that would have made this wave a lot better is if all of the figures were army builders. So that if you buy the whole wave multiple times, you end up with an army builder build a figure as well.
Yeah, that's what Boog was saying at dinner.
Yep.
And how can you disagree with that?
That's the only issue I have, because the mindless one is an army builder onto itself. So that was my only like complaint about this. But other than that, it still looks awesome. Like I don't army build, so I don't care. But it still looks amazing.
Well, here you go. You're a comic book person. Are the fist ninjas separate from hand ninjas? I did read some of the series, but you tell me. It's an offshoot of the hand.
Yeah. So I don't know enough about that, so I don't know. But I'd have to do some research on. But yeah, I don't know. But that mindless one, yeah, that's gonna be a deluxe. But that mindless one just looks so damn cool.
It does. I'm gonna have to get this whole wave, like maybe not even on clearance, just because it's on fan channels. You can't get it at Target and Walmart, so it's worth it though. I think it's a good wave.
It is a good wave. It's a really good wave.
I don't know what Fabio's doing, but let's just see.
I just wanted to see this on camera. This is incredible.
Mythic Legions is sick.
Wow.
They weren't even at Comic-Con, right?
No, Legions Con is in December this year.
Yeah, they weren't there.
Lady Bullseye.
I don't know enough about her, but I love this figure. I think it looks fantastic.
He debuted 15 years ago, 2008, in Daredevil number 111. Get it straight, Bobby Behair.
Did she really? Was it 15 years ago?
Yeah, I was mocking a nerd, but I guess I am a nerd because I knew that.
Okay. Well, probably was during the Brian Michael Bendis run. So yeah. No, it was. Oh, the Fist of the Beast. Thank you, JC. Yeah, or the Pinnacle of the Hand Ninja. So that fist ninja is like one of the That's what I was trying to figure out, but
Dave Speck's going to take a piss.
Okay.
There's a better look at the beautiful, gorgeous Lady Bullseye and our friend Yelena Belova.
Oh, thanks, Jason. I knew it had something to do with the Beast, but I wasn't entirely sure. Yeah. I do love that Yelena. That Yelena looks great. It really
she does.
Looks amazing.
She does.
It really looks great.
And there's
Power
Man Luke Cage. Yeah, he's he's been very requested in the community, so that went over very well on the panel.
Yeah, because I need that Luke Cage to go with my Daredevil, and I need Iron Fist so that I can have Power Fist and Iron Man. It's just, Luke Cage.
No, you got it. Monkey's paw. Just bent a finger. You're gonna get Power Fist and Iron Man.
Exactly.
We're driving this guy to drink water.
Is it Power Fist or Iron Fist?
The Iron Fist and Power Man.
Water Gang, Agua Gang.
I almost grabbed a beer.
Water with LaCroix, though.
I mean, come on. At this point, let's party.
Look, I've already had my second diet in Coke, Jack and Coke, so I'm good.
Pulling out the bourbon or the beer, then I'm gonna just start doing all the inappropriate shit I do in the chat during your normal stream.
That's fine. Welcome to the show 2 hours in.
What does inappropriate mean?
Just keep your clothes on.
You don't have to worry about that. Or do you?
No, I'm going to start taking them off. Hold on.
No. Bad Steven. That's cool.
Hey, Bobby, all I got to say is good we have a new start time at 7 that went at 7:38, but imagine if we had to go at 6 this week.
No.
It would have been a disaster. All right, cool. So there's Vance Astro,
that's cool. He was on the Avengers and
Justice.
And
Justice Astro. Vance Justice Astro.
He was one of the
Avengers. New warrior. Vance Astro. Sorry.
He was a new warrior. He was a new warrior, and he was on the Avengers.
But it's also not matching to the new Warriors team we already have.
No. Which is weird, but
I say we like I'm part of the conversation. You have.
We're not getting through these fast enough to get to Joe.
Yeah.
I love this vision. This Iron Man. I didn't play
Midnight Suns.
Thank you. I didn't play Midnight Suns. I heard too many bad things about it, so I was like,
It looks good though. I mean, that Iron Man really pops in person. You can't tell by that shitty DTOF picture, but it looks really good.
And you're right. Figure 6-pack Older Vance was with the Guardians of the Galaxy back in the I think early 80s and 90s. So yeah.
Good call. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that Vision is an all new face sculpt by Paul Harding.
I love Paul Harding's work. He's so damn good.
Yeah. All new Vision from Paul Harding. Really good. At least the head sculpt.
Look at that mindless one. That's so fucking dope.
We just made the joke on this podcast, but it was my first time hearing it. So here we go. At the same show, Marvel Legends revealed the best Wonder Woman and Clayface figures ever.
Good call. Do you guys know about the mindless ones? They were like the ones who kind of rampaged through Dormammu's Dark Dimension, and then even one time they overtook the Avengers, and so S.H.I.E.L.D. had to take them down because not knowing it was the Avengers.
Yeah. They also, during, I can't remember, Original Sin, mindless ones played a big role in the death of Orb. Or no, the Watcher. I'm sorry, the Watcher.
Hey, the only mindless ones was Hasbro picking this as a Build-A-Figure. Am I right?
Yeah, yes, you are.
Moving on.
I mean, like, I feel like I'm a mindless one right now, like, listening to this.
Well, you should read comic books, Steven. You should read comic books.
Or what I should try doing is being a 45-year-old man.
Or read comic books. Just say.
I mean, most comic book readers are older than 45, so
you gotta be to afford the price on them nowadays.
However, Bobby is my favorite, Bobby.
However, a lot of times comics nowadays, it's half ads, and they're very expensive.
Offensive. They're offensive.
All right, so what we got here is a female S.H.I.E.L.D. agent and a Hydra agent.
Oh, no, I didn't see the
female S.H.I.E.L.D. on the left.
Yeah. Okay.
Hydra agent on the right, and Detroit Steel. The pre-order will be in September.
I like that S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
It's a really clever reuse of that Ironmonger.
But is.
It's a 2-pack, isn't it?
It's not confirmed, but it kind of seems like it. People want army builders. Why the hell would you not put those two into the mindless one wave if they were going to be single carded?
You mean these two? Yeah.
I know. I mean, they have to be a 2-pack. I mean, who's not going to just get multiple of those? If you're an army builder, that's the best way to get both at
I'm a
once.
sucker for these big boys though.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know
do.
why they look so cool.
It's gonna be
I
some
know, so
kind
is
of you know,
Steve.
exclusive
So is
somewhere.
Steve.
They really
So
went
is
hard on
Steve.
packaging and everything. They wouldn't just put that out for a retail release.
I'm dying.
Fabio is clueless as to what we're talking
I
about right
just
now.
died.
Okay, cool.
I just died.
All right, moving on. I gotta say, Bobby, if you gotta make, on Friday, you got a big decision to make because when I first saw this exclusive, I was like, Deadpool, who cares? I saw this in person and I was in love with this pack. All those accessories, like
Yeah, it's a good
the
looking pack.
articulation, the pinless, everything is like it's a really fun Comic-Con set.
But does it come on a toilet?
No,
No.
Oh.
Toilet sold separately.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I think it's fun.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Pat's.
Is that Bob's sister? Yeah, maybe. All right, and then Secret Invasion. The finale was today. I didn't get to see it yet. No
It
spoilers.
was good. It was
Okay.
the strongest.
well-
It was the strongest.
Some people said it was
Uh,
soft. They didn't
I would
like it.
disagree. I think it was the weakest finale for a
MCU
otherwise
collector said it
really
was crap. Yeah,
I still have
Mhm.
to catch up on the whole series, but
Yeah.
that head sculpt is fantastic.
It is a fantastic head sculpt. I won't lie.
Talos looks good.
Yeah, I won't lie. I think Secret Invasion should have been a movie instead of a series.
It could have just been like
All right,
3 episodes longer. I think it would have been better.
guys, I gotta go. It's 9:20. I'll catch you later. Have
See you
Let's see
later.
what-
Good
Steve,
night.
good to see you, bud.
Bye bye.
Oh yeah,
I
Kingpin.
love this.
That's
Wilson
another good
Fisk.
head sculpt.
That is
They're
good.
killing it. I don't know, like I feel like they're doing such a good job, but I think the pricing of everything is killing
Yep.
them, and then they're like so on the defensive. Like when you meet them, they're such like Ryan, Dwight, and Dan, they're such good guys. They want to connect with the fans, and then they have one handcuff to Disney and one handcuff to the fans, and they're stuck in the middle, and they're so friendly and they connect to everybody, and then they bring the heat, but it's not but the pricing of everything is like
Yeah.
these were $19.99 3 years ago, and then everyone else, the people who collect these, haven't made more money in the last 3 years. So there's a lot of angst there, and it's like I think they're doing a good job. Like everything we're showing from Comic-Con, the panel is good. I like want it all, and I'm not even a Marvel Legends diehard. Like I don't know, I feel
I get
bad
it.
for them, you know.
I was saying
Like,
earlier. I
this
feel
is-
bad for Dan. That looks great. I mean, that looks fantastic. I feel bad for Dan though because he's having to, like defend, himself almost on Twitter. It's like I feel bad because people are acting like Dan is setting the price point. Dan is like, no, Dan has no choice in any of this shit.
When
On
you
the
become
business
a piece of whatever, then you take all the flack and the.
Exactly. It's like,
Oh man, yeah. There's an interview floating around that just shows how sick he is of asking or getting asked some of this stuff.
Yeah, but this is I mean, how fun is this? This is just fun. This is awesome, right? I mean,
no, it's
come on.
great. It's
Yep.
great. It's like they
I
do.
saw
it
the
with-
Look at
tracksuit guys on the pegs once.
I never saw
I
any of
haven't
them.
seen him yet. You got Agatha Harkness and you got Wonder Woman there, the best
Yeah,
Wonder
that was
Woman
good, yeah.
figure we've had in years for $25. It's not, it's Power Princess, but
Yeah. That
Squadron
Agatha looks
Supreme
great.
is now in full. What was that, Bobby?
So that Agatha does look great. That Wonder Woman does look great too.
Wonder Woman.
Like that's Wonder
And
Woman.
you got What If Gamora, and then there's just another booth look at
That one's
Mindless
pretty
One.
cool.
That's cool.
And and then that's that What If Hydra Stomper with the small cap head, Steve Rogers. Is it?
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Oh wait, is that from season 2 coming out?
no, that was
Presumably.
the
That was from the original season.
Captain Britain, Captain whatever.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And then you got Mark II Iron Man. And then how great is that Mark Ruffalo? I mean, come on. Let's do a full screen of that.
Does Mark
It is-
Ruffalo really have that big of a forehead?
Now, yeah, maybe.
He does. Look at that.
All right.
Maybe he doesn't, but either way, it's a great likeness, right?
Oh no, great likeness. Great likeness.
This was one of my favorite figures. I know. I think it was Ryan who was like, he said in the panel, "I'm a nerd for like the nerds." So he likes like this and Peter Parker. He likes like the suited
Yeah.
figures, you know. Moot talking about Peter Parker right here. What do you guys think of this? I actually went to the booth and I said to the guys on Thursday, I said to Dwight, Dan, and Ryan, they were just chilling. I was like, guys, give me a tease for tomorrow. I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to do social media. I just give me a tease. And they were kind of like, what do we say? And then Dwight was like, something VHS-y. And then that's what this was. And I thought it was a great reveal because the Peter Parker is like,
That Peter Parker looks great.
it's excellent.
I vaguely remember that episode, and I obviously, as stated 100 times, don't collect the line, but it's a cool Peter Parker.
Yeah, I remember
that is one of the best.
Yeah,
yeah. I think a lot of people wanted the polo striped shirt look, but this is supposed to be more like a season 2 and onward look.
Yeah, just good. Look at that face sculpt. I love it.
A lot of people wanted Chameleon too.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Chameleon.
Here's the thing. I think they know Chameleon can sell a 2-pack, and Smythe probably can't with like a weaker character. So they put Peter Parker knowing he'll sell. I think that's the plan there. And then maybe Chameleon went with that other look. So here's the teases they always do. How are we feeling about this? I mean, let me just tell you this, Bobby. Jesse Falcon said, oh, he's the director of merchandising for Disney and everything. He's been around. He used to be the Marvel Legends brand leader back in the day. And he said, when you see this, he says, like, when you see this, he says, I think the group will collectively lose its mind when you see what this is like teasing. So do we have any guests? Guys in the chat, what do we think this is? Like, it looks like some heat exhaust thing or something. Some turbine.
This was the box from Spider-Man No Way Home. And when you looked at it, in higher resolution, yeah. It was the box from whatever it's called, the Doctor Strange box.
Okay, so what is that? What did you guys say on your show? You guys are Marvel experts.
We didn't even talk about this. I truly don't know how mind-blowing it could be from a movie almost 2 years ago now.
Well, I thought it was you'll actually get like the movie Doc Ock and the movie.
Well, that was the next teaser.
Oh, right here. You're on to something, Big Dave. You weren't even at the panel. Look at you. We could have you on the show more often.
All right, so it'll be a villain's wave. That's dope. That's amazing.
I mean, that could sell a full wave, and we already know per leaks that something like that is coming. So everybody wants
this is a funny,
actually accurate, villains from that movie. So
exactly,
this is a funny comment. Is this the SAG-AFTRA variant from Mark Ruffalo? I like that. That was good.
Like him. Come on, man.
Strike sign.
Fabio, here's the thing. He said this will blow your mind. It can't just be like a figure wave. I think someone said a warehouse build a figure. Oh, Jason.
What?
But like, it's gotta...
Don't listen to Jason.
Right, he is drunk just like all of us. But I'm just trying to figure out, like,
is it going to be like a disembodied Peter Parker when Doctor Strange pushes his essence out?
If it's some kind of special pack, maybe in the package they're displayed like that.
It's gotta be a pack or something. Yeah,
easy way for them to re-release that Doctor Strange plus 2 Spider-Mans, 1 Force Ghost Peter Parker.
Yeah.
I don't know. He really built it up to be some kind of, it almost felt like a HasLab or a diorama or something. The way he was like, I work, he's with Disney. He's like, I work, I see him at Mattel Toy Fair. So I know Jesse. And he's like, if he really built this up, I don't think he would just do it just to sell a damn figure. You know what I mean? Just saying. So, I found my Spider-Woman after all. You guys
there you go.
So, all right. G.I. Joe time. What do you say?
Specs like finally.
Right. Some stuff went for pre-order today.
Yeah, that was a surprise. I was like at the gym and it was like 10:20 and I get the email and I was like, oh no, I just missed everything.
Everything went so fast, but then it went back on Target. Is it now sold out? Because I was able to go back and buy them both.
I can find out. I was able to get them both on Pulse and Target, but
cool.
Yeah, I passed on these two.
What?
Oh.
The Ninja. I might get the Ninja. I could give two.
Available.
I could give or I couldn't give. I couldn't give two shits about the Tiger Force.
They're both still available on Target. Okay. I'm a Tiger Force simp.
Okay.
I was getting Tiger Force and Python Patrol and had the Tiger Rat and the Tiger Fly, and I don't remember all the vehicles I had. I think I had the Tiger Cat. I had Python Patrol. I just had the Python version of the Conquest, but I had all the figures.
That makes sense.
And so, and the Vipra figure is after my time with Joe, because she was probably from a late 90s or 2000, whatever. So I don't know much about her.
All right.
But I'm all in on G.I. Joe, and I will get it. And I like the color scheme. And as I was said to Travis earlier, I like it's the same mask design that came with the Master of Disguise Zartan. It's got that like the electronics and the cutouts for the eyes, and I think you could, if you're doing photography or dioramas or whatever, you could do something really cool using all those figures.
It does look amazing. I won't lie.
I think her eyes look weird. The paint, I think it's the paint application on that head, kind of look off to me. But other than that,
fair.
I don't know. I think they look good. I think you're looking at the skull and not her face.
But shooting the Galaxies photos are awesome for these as usual.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
That's
that,
so
yeah,
cool.
that does look amazing.
So the big news in this is the tooling, and Vipra is use from you got Zorana's arms, you got Akiko's body, and whatever. It uses pieces, and then it inspires to use pieces because we're getting, obviously you guys all know we're getting the Vamp, and she was the driver for the Cobra Rattler, or the 4x4 there for the Cobra. So
the
yeah,
Rattler,
exactly,
the fake
Rattler. The fake Rattler. So yeah, I mean the fake Rat, whatever it is. So I mean either way, this is a way to get this. We've been getting big box retailer V2 versions, super versions first, and the original look second. Like Bazooka, Rakondo. Obviously, we don't even have OG Rakondo yet. So,
but then we got V1 Copperhead before Python.
True, it's not always, but I'm saying getting Target and Walmart wants their figures. They're going to get their Python Vipra, but then we're able to get a Vipra with a, Cobra, a different kind of Cobra Rattler, whatever it is, the 4x4. So
Stinger.
I think it's smart. It's tooling for tooling.
Yeah.
And then we got Tiger Force Flint.
I like this.
A lot of people hated that face paint. They hated it.
I like it. It's funny. Everybody complained because Dusty didn't have enough of the face paint on the original release, and then they added more for the Tiger Force release. And I don't know. I like that they went out a little bit more. They mixed it up. They said, we know what Flint looks like. We're gonna add some more camo paint. We're gonna give him that machete sheath on his leg. I don't know. To me, it's solid, but again, I like the Tiger Force and the Python sublines.
So here's a comment. A Vipra was an original character made by 86, and guess what? Jinx is going to be made out of Vipra. So because we got Jinx as a name only reveal, which we'll go over in a second. But these went on pre-order today. Did you guys pre-order them? Were you able to pre-order them from Pulse? Were you able to get them from Target? Let us know in the chat. Got some pretty good comments here. All right. Wait, when was this? 9. Okay, cool. All right. Anyway, moving on. Do you guys hate the space sculpt for Flint in the chat? In the chat, you hate it, Bobby?
Yep. I think it looks. I just don't like the way it looks. It just like for me, it's a big miss.
In person, I thought it looked. In person, I thought it looked pretty good. I think let's look at the first slide. Like that was my picture. A lot of people took the pictures from the front. When I saw that picture from that angle, when you can see both, because that left side here of the paint, you can see it. But when you go from the front, you can only really see the eyes. You can't see, but see how that angle, you get that
Yeah.
extra face. It could have been better. I mean, Tony's a paint master. He's great. So obviously the design, it probably wasn't on him. It was probably on the design of that, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's great. It's Target, so you don't need it, right? If you're all in, you're gonna be a shill and buy them all, like me and Full Force and those kind of cats and Dave Speck. But if you're picky and you're just picking your favorites, you don't need to spend $25 on this. Why are you mad? You know what I'm saying? It's an alt version. You don't need
Oh
them
yeah,
all.
no, I'm not mad at all.
No, not you. I'm just saying,
No.
fans out there, look, they gave us new guns.
Romo's
for
mad.
Flint.
Romo's a little mad.
Of course he is. He's all, but look at that backpack, much improved. I mean,
Yeah.
the not backpack. I'm sorry, the secondary on the front.
Oh
So
yeah.
not the backpack, the front pack. And here he is, my man Romo. You want to join us? You out of work yet? Hop on, dog. Hop on. We're talking Joe's. If you're working, no worries. But if you're, oh yeah, he did works a 24-hour shift. All right, let's move on from this. You guys all know. All right, so sticking with Python Patrol, Copperhead. We're getting another Copperhead already. Bobby, what do you think?
This looks dope. I didn't get Copperhead when this like the first one. I will find him, you know, in person. This I like this. This is like just screams 1993 to me. It does. Yeah.
Somebody say 1993.
Then you're set on. What about you, Dave?
This is a definitive for me because this was, I think he came out in 88, 89, somewhere in there. But I didn't have the original water moccasin. I did end up getting a Copperhead original through a friend or something like that. But this was my first Copperhead. And I love the paint scheme. I love the color. I just think it's a dope figure. And this is the one that I was waiting for.
Did they really need to tweak the head sculpt? What do you think, Fabio? You're not a G.I. Joe fan, but did they need to tweak the head sculpt on this Copperhead?
How did they tweak it?
Couldn't agree more.
No, they did. They didn't.
Oh, yeah, no, they didn't need to tweak it.
No,
I'm saying, did they? Mad, they didn't. He's saying he wishes they did.
It looks like the same head. So same head.
Yeah, which is fine. It's not supposed to. Why would you need to tweak it? I mean, it's like just a different version. It's
It
the
looks
same
great.
dude.
And I love the rusty blade, the paint apps
Yep.
that they added on the machete look fantastic.
Five Ash says that. Yeah. Operation Dragonfire had him with a closed helmet.
We don't acknowledge that cartoon or anything that came out.
Oh, Deek. Suck my Deek. All right, but anyway, I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool. It's it got a good rouse from the crowd because we didn't expect to get it so quickly, right? Just saying how we got it recently.
You know that we
All
won't get until next year. So yeah.
So some funny stuff from Hasbro. Fabio keeps trying to promote other figures while we're talking about. See, look, Rumble.
That's just.
Rumble
I'm just showing what I'm doing while we're talking.
Yeah, no, you're fun. You're fun. You're good just to be hang out. Oh, look at Genghis. Only Sunbow shall be discussed. So, Bobby, fun fact, right?
Yes.
Fun thing. So, remember the Python Patrol came out with a Cobra trooper that they called an officer, and now they have the officer, and they called it the officer. They're just messing with us. They're trying to capitalize on them. They're trying to mimic the mistake from back in the day because it was a mistake. They flipped them. So they did it again in the panel to see if anybody would catch on.
I'm assuming that they did.
And I
everybody was going nuts about that.
Yeah, that was one panel.
People are getting mad, but they're doing it on purpose. They're doing it. You know, they're doing it on purpose. It wasn't a typing error. Like if it happened in the 80s, they're doing it again. That's what kind of line we're getting here. They're fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I love about this one, again, I love the colors on this one. But this was a question I actually asked Lenny at Comic-Con last year. Was are they going to stick with that more modernized trooper mask, or are they just going to now switch over to the full cloth one, the retro style? And he kind of alluded that they weren't quite done with it yet, and I'm glad to see that they're sticking with it. I like both styles, and I like that they're going to mix them together.
Yep,
agreed
for sure. I like the extra goggles there. I think the yellow pops. Are you're not touching these, Bobby? These Python Patrol and Tiger Force?
I'll get them. I mean,
you have a Target across the street from your house, right? Or you moved. You moved. You don't have a Target near you no more.
No, but I just picked up the Crimson Guard.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a fun one.
Yeah, I just got them for $10.
$10. What the hell? It's new.
I know.
He's walking out the store with these things, fucking thief. All right, cool.
I pulled. Hey, I know that guy. I pulled a Moody when I got that for $10.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I ain't gonna repeat that trick. So, all right. So here's the deal. Shout out to Kyle Peterson. He'll be on the show Saturday. He took this image. A real fun video. If you missed the panel, Articulated Points did this, and MCU Collector and Kyle Peterson. But if you watch the Kyle Peterson feed of the panel and you wait till the Q&A, I think it's like the 28-minute mark, you'll see me.
Yeah,
and,
I have the video.
I'm not gonna. Oh, we have the video.
Yeah,
oh,
here.
I totally forgot about all the video.
Here.
I think we kind of missed showing that in the campaign. It has so much stuff. There's so much stuff. If you saw in the
just straight up didn't mention it. No, it comes with a decal sheet. Congratulations. Now you know more about the dragonfly. Next one.
in the renders, you do see the teeth on the dragonfly, so that's a decal, so you can swap that in. That's right.
Nicely done. No free stuff this year.
One question.
What giveaways we're doing in the booth this year? Let's see us.
All right. Scavenger. Nice shirt, by the way.
21 pins to collect this year, Travis. Go get all 21 of them. Sorry, that was a little more aggressive than I anticipated.
More loving and aggressive.
Was that Kyle that took that video?
Yeah, Kyle took that.
Oh, dude.
Man,
Shout out to Kyle Peterson. Yeah, that
was.
was my first time meeting him actually at the Super 7 booth. He was right in front of me. We were both looking for Kyle Wadiga at the same time, so it just worked out.
Oh, man.
I got to intro him.
Sorry, Fab, but Trev, what did Emily tell you?
All right. So here's the thing. I went up and I asked the question about, because you probably couldn't hear it from the clip, and they actually missed the question in the clip, about the Dragonfly sticker sheet, because we were told that about the Sky Striker. We were either told it wasn't come with a his tank or not. And it is. So I actually confirmed that there's a sticker sheet that comes with the Dragonfly. That was not shown. And I even said, the way Lenny answered it, he was like, yeah, it comes with a sticker sheet. And I'm just like, did I ask a stupid question? And then they were like, no, we just confirmed something we forgot to tell you guys. Congratulations. And I bowed. And I was like, yay, I got it. And no, I don't think anyone understood. I just gave you guys a fucking breaking news thing.
Right.
And I was like, all right, cool. And I was about to walk away. And then I was like, so no free figures this year? Because last year, remember, I got Stalker early. The dude in front of me, I actually seen him at the convention. I didn't see him in the panel. Some Brock Lesnar looking hillbilly dude. He went and picked up a retro figure. And I was like, yes, I thought he was going to get Stalker. Because it was Stalker or Zama or Tomax. And I was so thrilled to get Stalker because obviously we did a review on it and got big numbers. And this year they weren't giving shit. They had the PulseCon exclusive on there. I thought I was going to get the Crimson Strike Team. Imagine getting that and reviewing it and then making lots of money. No, I'm kidding.
And so at least a quarter of a point on your review because you didn't get shit.
Even getting the Chuckles that wasn't available either.
Oh yeah, we didn't even do panel scores. Marvel Legends, you guys are such hard asses because they're so friendly and they're handcuffed. I'm gonna give them a 4 out of 5 for that panel. I didn't think they could do any better with the handcuffs.
So, but what did Emily tell you? Go get the 21.
Oh, there's pins. I do pins the nice fig pins. I don't do these little round pins that you get Easter. Gotcha. She's telling me to go to the booth and get 21 pins. But actually, Emily's a sweetheart. Every time I went by and she saw me, she's like, do you need a QR code? And I felt bad. I got a couple. I hooked up a couple people. And then I actually had to use one in order to get one of the exclusives. I had to trade to get in line or you know what I mean? Big story. But Emily's cool.
I know, we love Emily. But I like the passive aggressive comment.
No, she was like, that was really no, she didn't say passive. She said that was aggressive, and Lenny said that was lovingly aggressive.
Yeah, you're lovingly aggressive.
That, and then Tony said something else funny. So yeah. So anyway, moving on from that. Vamp time, guys. This was the biggest news of the panel. We're getting mid-sized vehicles. This was the question, Bobby, I asked at the panel last year.
Yeah.
So I said, are we getting mid-sized vehicles? Skyhawk, blah 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 blah, and whatever, Cobra Rattler, all this. We're getting it, guys. Look at this thing. Look at that.
Dope.
That looks awesome. That looks great.
The gas cans comes
You
with.
thinking this will be under 100?
Comes with the wrench. I love the steel core helmet with the teeth.
With the red visor, with
Yeah.
the translucent red visor.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be under 100.
I just got to figure out where I'm going to put all this shit.
No.
One more shelf.
I used my one more shelf already. I got the do what you want.
We're the only YouTube show who has a high res picture of the vamp like this. Everyone else is using some freaking phony ass, blurry ass shit. I'm gonna brag. I don't care. I worked hard on this shit. Look at that.
Looks great, Trav.
Gorgeous. Yeah. What? Thumbs up, bro.
Good job, buddy.
Hey, but seriously, you want to know some details on here? So here's some stuff Lenny said. Both machine guns are removable.
Ooh.
They feature ribbon-fed ammo. The gun mount on the back comes off. 2 figures fit inside cleanly. The lights come off, and the tow hitch is in the front. They were all about future proofing. That's what they were talking about forever. And I have an inside scoop. I won't say who told me, but I think this is going to be $99.99 with clutch. I was guessing cheaper, like $85.99, but
80 would be a sweet spot.
What's that, Fob?
80 would be a great sweet spot.
80 would be pre-inflation. We're in inflation. 100, well, 25 for the figure, 75 for the vamp. How we feeling, Dave?
I mean, it's high, but I'm all in on Joe. And what it's going to do is it's just going to force me to keep cutting down on other lines, which is probably a good thing.
A good thing.
It's true.
Bobby, you're kind of like a casual collector of Joe. Does this, like, how do you feel about mid-sized vehicles? Like, you're not getting the HasLabs, right? The His Tank and Dragonfly.
Yeah, yeah.
You are, so you're gonna get this.
Yeah, I'll probably flip some shit to get this. Yeah. No,
that's right, baby.
Like I told Lenny during our interview with him, like, look, I was not a G.I. Joe fan. I wasn't a G.I. Joe kid. I wasn't. I was a Masters of the Universe and Turtles fan. Their work on the like here, you know, fucking hell. Look at my G.I. Joe shit up there. Like,
Thanks,
I've got, you know.
Wait, blow them up, guys. I want to see.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Chuckles in a bit and QR codes in a little bit, but
Well,
I thought this was the biggest news. All right, let's go to Bobby.
Yeah, blow them up. Let me see that.
How was that? I missed it. You
So-
weren't even.
I mean,
Yeah, that's pretty stacked.
You're pretty
No.
stacked, bro.
I told Lenny, like, and Tony, like, I love this G.I. Joe line. Like, I think it's a fantastic, especially for the price point. This is great.
They're nailing it. Everything. There's a particular figure when you'll get to them, I'll speak up. But like they're nailing them left and right.
Yeah.
Oh, so here's another thing. I forgot to tell you guys. I've heard this from no YouTubers or news outlets, but Emily said this in the panel, and I think everyone overlooked this. She pretty much hinted that there's going to be another HasLab in a couple months that ties in with the vamp already.
Oh.
Because when John Warden, who just joined, he was the brand manager at Joe back in the day in the Pursuit of Cobra, like modern era days. He just joined back. So they even having a stronger team than ever. Like they are unstoppable right now. They pretty much like they're seeing how successful and how much money this freaking brand is making that they're already pretty much talking about future proofing this for something bigger. It obviously can't go to retail if it's bigger. So what are we guessing this is, guys, in the chat and in the group?
I don't know, but they need to slow down. Like, come out with it next year. I feel like I'm about to have to tap another vein.
But dude, the biggest thing was what's taking so long? We have 300 or 400 figures. We're not getting anything. We're way behind. Marvel Legends has a reveal a week. Well, guess what? G.I. Joe caught up. If you notice, G.I. Joe is releasing almost as much shit as Marvel Legends. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they caught
It's
up.
exciting
And now
to
people are like,
see.
my wallet.
And it's exciting to see, and at the same time, it hurts.
Yep.
I mean, we can't what do we want though? Do we want to like them go dormant for 3 months, or do we want consistent like?
Oh no,
It's
I'm
hot.
happy with the consistent single releases.
Yeah.
We just, we're still waiting for the Hiss tank. We just funded the Dragonfly.
Yep.
Like, I'm good waiting till next year for another HasLab because of the cost factor. And especially, everybody's in different whatevers, but Travis, is you guys all know, it's like our industry is going through a huge strike right now, and we don't know what the outcome or how long it's going to be. And
that's true.
And look, and I might have to, bounce after this statement because I've been going strong for 3 hours now. But this isn't the only strike that's looming over people right now. You got UPS, you got the Postal Service, you've got other industries. The what, dude?
Hotel industry, the hotel.
The hotel industry, Broadway. When you have a lot of people right now going, you know what? No, we need to start getting paid what we're worth. We might be seeing a lot of like things happening in the next few months. I think Hasbro needs to like take that into consideration. Go, you know what? One HasLab per. I don't know, like JoJo just had the Dragonfly next summer. Then do it, right? Marvel Legends is going to do their HasLab soon. We're going to talk about y'all going to talk about Star Wars in a little bit. Like there's a lot of stuff that's just space it out properly because you're going to price yourself out of fans.
Ken Best says, "Bring it on." There's a reason we have 2 kidneys. All right. Here's the thing. Yeah, I think we at least get the Hiss in hand first, and I think that'll come in the fall. They did say a few months. We're in almost August, so I'm thinking
we'll
get that Hiss
November. I mean,
yeah,
if he has that information.
Update: UPS has made a temporary deal with the workers, unlike SAG. That SAG strike's going to last a long time.
Well,
all right, let's move on to the. Hey, Bobby, you want to get going?
Yeah, listen, guys, this was fun. I had a lot more to talk about, but this was it was an interesting start.
I apologize, guys. I'm moving again. Once again, if you're joining late, I'm moving in 5 days. They transferred my internet over without my consent. It was supposed to be August 1st. I don't know why they would transfer it over on July 26th or whatever, and I had no internet. My phone would not do a hotspot. I couldn't. There's no way I can do slides, so I'm very sorry.
Do you want to know what my Wi-Fi network is called that everybody sees publicly, especially all the Spectrum workers when they come to the building? Spectrum sucks balls.
We're not done. Hey, we're not done. Bobby's leaving.
Done.
Hey, we're not done. We're not done.
I am done. Travis and
we're not done, Mike. I'm gonna take over.
Dude, you were a saint, man. Thanks for joining. Thanks for helping. And as always, guys, see you in the trial. Peace.
Night, Bobby.
Bye, Bobby.
All right, bye, Bobby. Thank you so much. Love you, bro.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Yeah, sorry, dude. I feel like I hijacked his thing, but we had to. It's just crazy. But anyway, let's move on to the next thing. All right, so SMS. And here's Fabio playing with toys, waiting for Mezco and Super 7. But
I don't know what you guys.
This is kind of
I'm having fun.
Cool. Hey, he's just hanging. I love it. You got one guy playing with toys while 2 other guys are talking about it. But what are your thoughts on this, Dave? You're my guest now.
Awesome.
SMS, the Sentry and Missile System. Oh, we're getting another towable for our HasLab. Remember, Lenny talked about that future proofing. We got that with the Hiss. That was one of the key points. And this is coming a lot sooner than we thought, right?
Yeah, I mean, between this and the Vamp, it all just sort of hit fast and hit hard. And I mean, I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to finally get a Techno Viper. I like the red and the grays and the black. I'll obviously be super happy to get the traditional purple and black. And then the SMS set. I didn't have the original SMS set, but seeing this kind of stuff just brings me back to being a kid in the early 80s and having those smaller Joe sets, the bivouac and the smaller missiles and the gun range and the checkpoint alpha. And it's cool to see.
Yeah. About this, yeah, we're going late. I mean, if any of you guys got to cut out too, it's because I don't know if we'll be. If I wasn't moving, I'd be like, all right, we're done. We'll do it again tomorrow. But it's just probably not going to happen. But I think we'll cut to Mezco next, so because Fabio can get his shit in, and then I may, if you guys
Get
are
my
still
shit in?
watching, you guys are. That's a wrestling term.
I know.
If you
that's
guys
why
are
I'm
still
laughing.
watching, we'll circle back around and hit some of the Hasbro properties we didn't. Star Wars, Transformers. If you guys are fucking all leaving, then we'll probably postpone. But
You're just ignoring all the NECA.
Nah, dude, just run the show.
I am running the show.
You could
I
always
am, but
get the the replay gang coming through later on.
but tonight was a crazy. Yeah, it's well replay gang if it's 5 hours. I don't know. This is just a crazy.
There'll always be time to fill.
Figure 6-pack cannot compete with the 9-inch missiles.
Yeah, really rewarding those who backed his tank.
Absolutely, I love that. Yeah, with the 788 and whatnot. Yeah, let's see what we got. So yeah, there's a control panel on the side. Lenny said and then it's inspired by the modern day like ground and missile ops. And yeah, you just said it. They're 9 inches long. And then the tech, he was all excited to tell us about the Techno Viper because there's a readout screen in his forearm. And he was like, oh, and then a hologram pops up. And Emily in the panel was like, there is no hologram that pops up. Like there's no physical hologram. It's in your imagination. So that was a real funny
there's
thing.
that little orange piece that's right next to him that's kind of like hidden in the photo.
Yeah.
And I think that plugs
That's
into
it.
the arm, yeah.
Very Mezco. Just like Hazard Squad Commander Gomez.
All right. So you know what this is. This is Techno Viper. So this was a Easter egg right in the booth that I completely missed because I was too happy to see the Hasbro people. So I like walked by it, and then like the next day, I think I might have started like, yeah, it's his tank, as you can see by the watermark, TFW 2005, the Transformers website, the sister act with the his tank. They posted this, and I'm like, I freaking leaned up against this thing for 2 days straight and didn't even see the Easter egg, but the Techno Viper was right there in the booth. So they're having so much fun with this line. It really is cool. This was the next big reveal. This wasn't even in the panel, Dave. It's but they did say we're gonna have something in the booth and you gotta put a muzzle on it. And then I even immediately said Mutton Junkyard, and then I caught the live stream. Thank you guys for checking that out on our Instagram at Toy Kind of Mood. But yeah, this was fun. How'd you feel about this?
This is fucking awesome. I mean, Mutt looks great with that snarl, and they gave him some scarring from, previous dog bite or whatever. And then Junkyard looks fantastic. And then the alternate happy head with the tongue out. And they freaking nailed this. It looks so good.
I freaking just grabbed myself a slice of pizza because I went through hell, and I'm gonna eat while we do the show. I don't care.
Hell yeah, Travis, you do it.
A little ASMR.
And we're gonna talk about turtles in a little bit for my turtle fans. So we're gonna get some pizza in. But yeah, this is, what can you say, right? I mean, this was the best looking figure I saw in the booth. Period. I
think he's got one competitor, but I mean, from a sculpting standpoint and everything else, like this one's just wild.
Yeah, G.I. Joe continues to give all the best animal figures too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the goodest boy head sculpt is the best. Yeah, it's like this. It's like the separate one. I had it in another picture, but yeah, there's some good stuff here. I mean, the big thing in the live stream, if you guys missed it, was that he comes with several different hand gesture, hand options. So like hand gestures for the dog. Yeah, I think it's like 3 or 4 sets of hands. I think it's 3. I think there's maybe 3 extras. I could be wrong. I don't know if there's a picture of it. Let's see. I don't have it here. I'm sorry, but there's a million people that took pictures of the booth, so it probably shows 3 or 4 different sets of hands. I'm sorry about that. All right. So the next big news was the name only reveals. I get this backwards, but whatever. This is the Retro Duke and Retro Scarlet. Vintage cards are back. They're mainline, according to them doing some interviews. So probably not Walmart, thank God. And then thicker cardstock. The reason you're getting all those bendy cards in the mail, yeah, Walmart, they're dumbasses, but mostly because the cardstock, because whenever I order a Marvel Legend or Black Series retro figure cardstock, even in a baggie, it comes out pretty good. It's just these that really messed up because of the weak cardstock. Would you agree with that, Dave?
I would very much agree with that. The retro ones, I was going to buy 2 of each, one to open, one to keep carded, but it wasn't, the weak cardstock made it easy to say, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to open them, I don't care. But I also don't like the design, the super long bubble on the card, just kind of, I don't know.
I agree. No, like having the accessories take up half the freaking, like they don't need to, we care about the art when it comes to retro card, not the freaking accessories. So yeah, you can blame Walmart, but you can also blame Hasbro on this. That's why they're giving us thicker cardstock. Otherwise it would be just Walmart's fault, right?
Yeah,
so
it's all going to end up in the trash for me.
What was that?
It's all going to end up in the trash for me.
But with thicker cardstock, I think now it's smart because now they're definitely people are gonna buy 2, right? Because you're gonna get thick cardstock. It's gonna be nice to tack on the wall or whatever, put on your shelf. Now you're gonna want 2. So we're getting Jinx. Obviously, we saw Python Patrol Vipra. Pretty obvious where we're gonna get some, especially at Kiko, we're gonna get some tooling from. And then Dreadnoks. They released a few Dreadnoks that we'll go over in a second. But Torch, any thoughts on that?
Bring it. Bring it. Give me all. Give it all to me. I'll take it.
Oh,
I might.
One thing about Jinx,
being served divorce papers. Jinx, I'm excited for. She was a great character. It's when these all come out, it just brings back memories of like when these waves were released and where I was an army brat, so I moved around all the time, and I can kind of remember where I was living at the time and who the hot figures were that everybody was trying to get. And then if I heard correctly from some people that spoke with Lenny and Tony and all those guys, it sounds like we're going to get some good stuff with her, an alternate head sculpt or a little bit more of a modern look. So I'm hoping that we get a masked head sculpt. I'm hoping we get an unmasked, and I'm hoping with the unmasked, there's like a removable blindfold.
That'd be sick. Well, I mean, John on the panel, the design director, he said that Lenny's rendition of Jinx was seen in the classic movie. And here's the thing. I think so just to not confuse anybody, the retro card backs are just for Duke and Scarlet. I'm just showing you guys the OG look. These are going to be classified, both Torch and Jinx. These are going to be classified not retro, but they did say that it would be Lenny's rendition of the movie, which means he'll update it for modern, but it will be straight out of the movie as far as his inspiration is.
Nice.
And then as far as Torch, Lenny said the flames are a special treat for you guys. So as you can see in the flames in the card back, didn't even come in the OG. We're gonna get some special blast effects there with Torch.
Sweet.
And so here's our guy Tony A5. Look up,
aka Tony the Painter.
Hey, there you go, Tony the Painter. So my guy, the great Antonio. So here's the thing, he's the one who gave us the blessing of all these digital renders. So go subscribe, go follow him at the great Antonio. It's not great spelled Tonino. That way. Yeah, great Antonino. So anyway, but yeah, he got to get the Cobra clutch from Sarge, and so did Lenny. So it was good moments for the Hasbro team all around. And speaking of Dreadnoks, here we go with Buzzer. Take us through this, Dave.
Looks freaking awesome to me. I like how Lenny talked about, I think between this and Ripper, that, they updated the design so they didn't need the backpacks with the wires and all the extra gack. I love that he comes with the old school, I don't even know what the weapon's called, but the blade with the chain. And then I like the buzzsaw bat.
Oh, like a sickle?
Kind of, but it's got the chain on it. It's what the original figure came with that.
Right.
And then the buzzsaw bat was a really fun idea, whoever came up with that. If I have any negative critique about the Joe line, and maybe it doesn't hold so much on this one because it's a stylistic thing, but when they do the goggles, like Dusty's goggles, they're just a hair too small, so they just look too narrow, like their eyes are too close together when they're on it. But I mean, it looks like Buzzer, and I can't wait to see like a side view and see how they did the ponytail. And I like that he added like the beard stubble.
Yep. Good call.
It's a dreadnought, man. I can't.
Yep. Yeah, Tony called this the post-apocalyptic battle axe, and then Lenny joked that it was two buzz saws, as you kind of mentioned, that they were cut in half and blasted on the side of a kid's baseball bat. So that was really funny. And then he also said that the chainsaw is like a longer version, updated. So that's the deal with Ripper. With Buzzer, and then now with Ripper, he's got this blast rifle that will attach to that crazy claw weapon that we got there. And then so the glasses will come off for each figure. And then also they said that there are going to be Easter eggs in Ripper's eyes. They called it like some fine kind of detailed technology or something that we're going to see in his eyes, like an Easter egg in his eyes. That's just going above and beyond, man.
Again, it looks cool. You know, they're going a little nuts with the tattoos, but that's okay. He's a dreadnought. Again, with the updated Jaws of Life, with, I guess, they come with built-in battery packs now, so no need for an excessive backpack. I'm not a big backpack guy. I mean, it makes sense with certain characters like the bats to carry all their extra hands and whatnot, but as a kid, I generally did not use the backpacks all that much. I much preferred without. And then for a lot of them, when you're trying to display, they stand much better without the backpack shifting the weight. So I'm all about having more guns and accessories than back stuff. But the pistol with the knife built in looks really cool. He's got the classic rifle with the blade coming under it. The dog tags look nice. They look like they sit a lot better than the Major Blood dog tags, which would probably be the one critique I have of that figure. Otherwise, great figure. Sculpt looks amazing. Like, I'm into it.
This is a funny comment. I look forward to using that Jaws of Life on Falcon's head. That's right, the Jaws of Life. Okay. So the Jaws of Life, the blades pull apart, so that way you can attach the weapons to it. So that's really, I mean, it pulls apart in action, but that way it can, when you sit on the back, it can pull apart and you can slide all the weapons in. That's what they were explaining in the panel.
Oh,
Shockwave's next.
Just another home run. It's going to be funky seeing those Uzis in those side holsters with the magazine sticking way out. The addition of the riot shield is kind of cool. I don't know if I'm big on that or not. It may end up as part of the display. It may not, but it's a classic Shockwave. It's, he was just one of those figures when he came out. He was probably the hit of the wave. Everybody wanted him. He just looked super cool.
Yeah, I had him early. Yeah.
The digital.
What was he, 89 or 90? 89, 90?
No, he was earlier than that. He was probably like 87.
Or 88?
Somewhere in there, I want to say.
Okay.
I'd have to go on like Yojo to look it up, but he was earlier.
Someone in the chat will tell us.
Yeah. 90 is around the time I slowed down on collecting, and that's when you started getting like the Sonic Fighters and the
might have been 87, 88,
yeah, somewhere in there.
88, yep. There we go. Thank you, Figure Six Pack. So the emblems on the shield are identify all the Cobra hits, basically.
Yeah.
The hat is removable. It's a digicam update, so it's not mimicking the retro. Again, that leaves the door open for a retro Shockwave. They're always going to do that. I think that's a smart thing, is take the aesthetic sensibilities of the old school, update it for classified, and you can always sell it in a retro card later with people that just want like 112 you know, OG G.I. Joes. I think it's just a brilliant business plan, you know. And we get the Billy Club that what's his name has a Mutt. So Mutt and Junkyard have the Mutt has the nightstick as well. So and Helix, man, she's hot.
It's a good looking figure. I know who she is. I'm not as familiar with her because I was not reading those comics. Of course, now I want to go back and read all the stuff because I think the last time I read Joe comics was just the very beginning of the Devil's Due run, and then that's sort of when I tapered off and stopped reading comics altogether. But those mantis blades that he was talking about look super cool, and I remember him mentioning that you'll be able to use those on other figures if you want. That yeah, it's, you know, you get a little bit of reuse, like with the sword sheath back piece and whatever, but she's cool. Like, I'll take new editions. Like,
Blue Sasquatch, you missed a whole lot. My internet got changed on me as I'm moving next week. It got changed too early. I had no internet for a good hour. We're supposed to go live at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna go as late as long as you guys watch us. I mean, I skipped 2 brands to get to G.I. Joe, which I thought was smart, but yeah, I mean, that's the deal there. If you guys are hanging out with us, I'll stay late, and if my guests want to hang out, that's cool. I'm just gonna play it by ear. If you got, you know, we'll do it. So
I'll see
anyway,
how long it's going. I forgot I have work tomorrow. I actually
you have work tomorrow during the
I booked one gig for a friend's production company. We're just shooting some interviews.
I'll tell you what,
but it's not a terrible day, so I'm not like
good. We're more than halfway through. We're about halfway through Joe, and if you want to stick around for Joe and then bounce after that, that's cool. And I'll get right into the business with with Fabio. And if we still have an audience, I'll finish the whole show. If not, I'll do it on Saturday. So check it out. I don't want to go too deep in this stuff because we're doing Joe's Saturday as well, but I'll just tell you there's telemetry gauge on her arms to predict the enemy movement. And yeah, very cool figure. Looking forward to it. General Hawk got the distinguished look. He's Tony said he's got some dry brush on that leather jacket. As you can see, it looks pretty like as he's been through some shit with it, and 2 sets of goggles. You got a quick point on this Hawk?
I love it. I love the little bit of age, the little bit of distinguished gray on the temples, a little bit up front. You know, we're all in our fucking 40s. You can tell by my beard. I'm an old gray man now. So, you know, it's nice to see the Joe leader, and he looks a little more experienced and a little more weathered. And the jacket looks awesome. And nobody seemed to really point out that they went ball joint on his torso, which I like. And yeah, I mean, this one, again, it's another super solid update to the classic rendition.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So we're going to go, I have my next set of slides. We're going to go speed round this time. And I do want to tell you guys this Saturday, a Toy Kind of Mood at night. This was a Toy Kind of Mood at night by accident. We're going to do a Toy Kind of Mood at night. We have MCU Collector, Mike Case, and Kyle Peterson. It's a murderer's row of YouTube toy dudes. Join us this Saturday. We'll keep going as long as you guys want to go. But we're going to go into the next slides. What's up?
That's going to be killer.
It is pretty dope. So we're going to fly through this. We're going to go fast as hell because we can talk about this on Saturday. But anyway, tripwire look comes with a bomb sniffing rat. How great is that? And they named the robot, which we'll show in a bit, after my friend Christopher McLeod. They just changed the kind of the synonym of whatever you call it. The mobile armored control lever to explosive ordnance disposal. How cool is that? And he's come with all stuff. I don't know if he looks like Chris. I don't think he does. But anyway, it's really cool that they did that. Maybe the robot looks like Chris. Maybe the droid looks like Diagnostic 80. But anyway, just give us your quick overall feeling of Tripwire.
This was a huge hit for me. I was a big fan of Tripwire. I loved his figure. I lived in Germany at the time, and I actually had a European version, which was a black and gray version, which some jackass stole from me. But I love the updated look. I love the Bomb Squad look and the somewhat updated classic look. I love the fact that You can make him an army builder if you want. You know that they started with Grunt and looks like they're going to do with Clutch and the Vamp also. He comes with so much shit. He's definitely worthy of being a deluxe figure. Yeah, this one was one of my favorites.
Let me just say this. This brand, this G.I. Joe brand at Hasbro, they are treating every character. I know I'm talking about repaints and Cobra, you know, like Python Patrol and Tiger Force. They're treating every character that they have in this brand as A-list. Like we have some B and C list characters, and they're not mailing it in at all. I mean, Tripwire, that's not an A-list character. It's a long-time character. It's been around, but they're like giving it the full attention. I mean, the fact that they're doing that, it's bananas to me.
Yeah, I was shocked because I was expecting a more vanilla figure when they released him. And
yeah, look at this. These are the same slides we're gonna use Saturday, which is great. I don't have to prep for Saturday because we already have it, but I'm just gonna fly through them because you know it's getting late. But yeah, we got there's some shots I took at the booth. Looks real good, man. He looks bulky as hell with that outfit. So it's gonna be fun to kind of have skinny Trip, thick Trip, you know. And yeah, there you go, Hurt Locker. we got it in the comments, and now you're gonna get some Renner. Here you go, there it is. Easiest kit bash in the world. Hawkeye Renner, throw it in Tripwire. I mean, honestly, Tripwire already looks like Chris Evans. It's kind of weird, right? Kind of looking like Chris Evans a little bit. Look at that face sculpt. Kind of looks like young Cap, maybe a little Flash. Flash Thompson.
Give him a blonde paint job,
right? But there you go, So that'll be. I might mess around and have myself a Hurt Locker Tripwire just to mess around. So all right, next pre-order. That was by the way, these are all on Pulse. I don't know if some of them are sold out, some aren't. You guys can look. It's on HasbroPulse.com. You know, whatever. So Steel Core 2-pack. Just quickly, we'll dig into these on Saturday with those great guests. But Dave, you're here, so just what do you think about these Steel Core units?
I think they're a fun army builder. I like the options. I pre-ordered 2 sets. With the army building, I've been doing 4, but I've been kind of slowing down on those. But these, I'll get the 2, and then I'll wait for a sale, and I'll probably pick up another 1 or 2. Just so that I can have 1 ground assault and 1 air assault, and then I can do whatever with the rest of them.
All right, cool. So Chuckles, you guys, we've talked about Chuckles to death. I had the shirt on in the panel, $12 eBay shirt. But yeah, this is just kind of some booth look. I got to tell you guys, he looks much nicer in person. These are in-person pictures. They're kind of blurry because they're behind glass and reflections and stuff, but he looks real good in person. Not blow-away figure, but much better than the renders to me. And yeah, there he goes with the beat-up Bruce Campbell face sculpt. But yeah, he's fun Comic-Con exclusive. Here's the big news. We'll skip it. Well, we got Wild Bill here too. Wild Bill looks tremendous in person. Dave, you got a quick bit on Wild Bill?
I can't wait to get him. He looks freaking awesome. Yeah. They just astounding.
Yeah. So these are fun figures, and dude, the Dragonfly in person. I mean, I gotta say, it's just like, this is why I'm moving. I need more room. I don't have any room in my current place. I had to move to a place that gave me a man cave, and it'll be a dream come true having like this, the Hiss, the Robo Skull, all things I probably should cancel because of the actor strike. But now that I'm moving to a bigger place, they are going to go into my nice home. So if you got the room, the Dragonfly is worth it. It's still there. It's full. Is it fully funded now?
Oh, yeah.
Fully funded. So we got all three stretch goals?
Yep.
Great. All right. And there's the Hiss. The Hiss we saw last year at Comic-Con, but obviously that was probably an early model. And the thing is, it was kind of overshadowed by the Dragonfly, but don't get me wrong. Once we get this with the 788s, plus the extra figures that we're going to have with the Hiss, it's going to look good. So just some quick, again, I'd rather just go over this Saturday so we could talk about other toys too. But if you have any opinion about the Fire Team 788, go ahead.
I love the look. I love the color scheme. I'm not going to army build these. I'm going to treat them as a singular unit. And that's that.
Yeah, I think the same. You know, it's what is that, $80?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's not bad. I mean, $25 a figure, they give you extra 5 for all the accessories.
Yeah, no,
Right? So
it's great, and again, reusing that more modern mask.
mhm.
But it's again space, so it's just like
Yep. And then one of these is kind of inspired by the Night Viper, right? So that's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's what they were saying.
Oh.
I don't know which one, but you guys tell me. And there's the box packaging. Deluxe. Chaz is still with us. Some of you guys are diehards, and I love you all. And it sucks I swore in the first 2 minutes. I'm not going to make any money off you guys now. Thanks for hanging around. So here's some. The packaging looks great. Here's some boost shots, real close-ups, in case you guys were wondering. If you know which one is the Night Viper, let us know. But I think it might be
guess
this
it's
one.
probably the one with the more modern face mask, because the Night Vipers had that.
Yeah. Yeah, because this one is like the Range Viper. Right. Cool. All right. And then you guys all know Pulse exclusive. The Cobra Crimson Strike team is coming out. And man, I don't know, you got a quick comment on this. I mean, here's the thing. They all the gold and silver really pops. You know, you got that upgraded battle mask, kind of that gold Zartan. I really love the windswept hair on that second look. We're getting all new tooling on the Baroness, you know, some articulated arms finally. The battle stands are real sweet. And then we got to look at the packaging. But you got any comments on this 3-pack?
I'm a simp for the Crimson Twins. They were, the year they came out, 85, 86, they were like the hot stuff. I remember getting them. And then, of course, I have identical twin boys who I did dress up as Tomax and Zaymot a few years ago. I made the costumes. So I will buy those night and day. Baroness, I like the new head sculpt much better than the original. And my biggest hope for her was that they would update the sculpt. And they at least did with the arms. And that's a huge thing to me, you know, going with the better shoulders and the double jointed elbows.
So, and shout out to Leanne Hobbs, because she's the one who showed off in her awesome photography this original team, the original Tomax and Zaymot Crimson Twins with those gold guns from Gridiron. So that was really cool how now we're actually getting them from Hasbro. So it's pretty cool. And here's a look at the packaging. There's John right there. That looks freaking sweet. Of course, that's the funny picture that we got with the Chuckles Comic-Con exclusive, which sadly were QR codes. I don't have it in hand to show you guys, is what it is. And that's the packaging. It's a briefcase. It's the one that Chuckles took on Cobra Island in that hotel, the Palms, I believe, or something like that. So Extensive Enterprises. So it's really cool that they're intertwining these two exclusives, and yeah, real fun stuff there. But all right, we've made. We're gonna let you go, Dave. We know it's late, and we'll get. I don't know where Fabster's disappear. It's his turn, but
he got too into playing with his Gomez.
Yeah, right. Hey, Fabster, if you're there, it's your turn. So
I just wanted to end on because you'll probably hit NECA after I'm long gone.
Yeah, we're not gonna actually. I decided we're gonna do Transformers, Star Wars, NECA, and Super 7 on another date. We're just it's just too late with all the craziness. I'm gonna get into Mezco with my guy. I'm gonna let him talk about something from Super 7 real quick, and then Mezco, and then that's gonna be it, guys. So hang around. Mezco was one of my favorite booths. So, and it is G.I. Joe related. I know we got a G.I. Joe
Dave's
crew.
bouncing?
We are talking Joes. We're talking Joe. So stick around for the next 20
I'll
minutes.
hang for the Joe part, and then I'll.
Cool. All right. So let's, and of course, we're going to dig deeper into Joe this Saturday. All right. Of course, I don't have any of the slides ready because this was like freaking madness. So we're going to save all the turtle stuff for later. But here, let's get to Misfits. I know you want to talk about this, Fab. So go ahead.
I mean, it was more of an honorable mention in terms of like,
well, honorably
mentioned, surprising thing that I didn't expect to love, you know, at the show.
Yep.
No real like indication that something like this was coming, other than I knew that they were working on Danzig for a while internally. But the dude usually has a lot of notes about his physique in particular. i.e., he's not jacked enough. So how do you make him as jacked as he wants? You make him literally He-Man, and I think that's fun. It's a fun little form
Look at
factor.
that. Chaz Guru needs 2 sets, 1 to open. No, that's not about this. I was kidding.
No.
But, yeah.
I mean, depending on how the packaging will look, this was just kind of approved last minute and shown
Nice.
towards not even revealed on day one. It took a couple days.
And your boy Kyle worked on this?
I believe so, yeah, because he, if not, direct sculpting, he definitely oversaw it because he oversees most stuff
Nice.
with like the metal and music
right
licenses.
So guys, we're working on getting an interview with Kyle from Super 7, talk about a lot of cool stuff, and that maybe with Bobby,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something we're working on. So we're looking to get some interviews. I know I didn't interview anybody at Comic-Con. I went solo, didn't have time to get all that equipment there, but we're going to do plenty of interviews post Comic-Con. That's kind of the goal here. So but any last comments on Misfits before we jump into Mezco?
It's not just Misfits. Like that whole back row, back right is that's Danzig, in Danzig, and on the left is Danzig and all bloodied up, but is part of Sam Hain, which is one of his other bands in between Misfits and Danzig.
That wasn't after he got the shit beat out of him by his bodyguard?
It could be actually, or he was in the Hell in the Cell against the Undertaker.
Nice.
Yeah, real cool.
All right, here we go. Mezco booth. This was a great booth. I've become a big Mezco fan, and I am, mad at Fabio all these years for spending all this kind of money on these high-end toys. But I actually played with Mezco yesterday because I was packing for my new place, and those are the kind of figures you put back in the box and make sure everything's there. Where like my Hasbro stuff, like no matter how great it is, I'm kind of just chucking in a bag in a box, and I'm like, it'll make it. But Mezco, I'm like, so actually, my Destro briefcase handle broke.
Oh,
and
no.
I bought it from Big Bad Toy Store. So do I just call Mezco direct?
No, you have to go through Big Bad Toy Store.
Big Bad Toys. I don't want like them to send me. I mean, I don't think they would send me a whole figure back, but
depends if they have returns and exchange.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, cool. Anyway, all right. So Duke, we'll go right into Joe, so that way Dave can go to bed.
Yeah, this was a new reveal. This was an all new reveal. Like, there's no pre-order up for this. There was no, a teaser or anything like that. This was our first time seeing Duke. Kind of had to know it was coming, just given it's a main G.I. Joe character. But it's definitely in a prototype state because it doesn't have a base, doesn't have accessories. You can still see the paint is hand applied. So it's more of that, proof of concept announcement that it's coming. Definitely a more modern look. Like I keep saying he looks like the dude from Wolfenstein, New Blood,
It's a good call.
Yeah. BJ Blazkowicz, I think. Soft goods maybe still in progress, but I do like how the strap goes like under the epaulettes, and I think it's a nice like green color, like forest green color. All new boots they didn't reuse from something else. So yeah, overall I like it. So let's see what accessories it comes with.
Well, what about you, Dave?
Just from a standpoint, I mean, it looks good. It's very basic, but Duke was a basic character originally released. The face sculpt looks a little John Cena-ish, which could be good or bad. But I think it's the accessories will make or break this figure.
That's how Mezco is a lot of times. I'm wondering, for those still hanging out with us tonight, you guys are G.I. Joe fans. Most of you, are you into Mezco? Are you collecting Mezco G.I. Joe? Let us know in the comments. Okay, we got Roadblock. So this one they didn't have out early. What was the reason, Fabio, that they brought this out late?
Sometimes it probably takes a while to set up the booth. They don't always, they kind of cycle things in and out. So there'll be things that they put in the first day that then won't be there the second day, or vice versa. This wasn't the only thing that took a couple of days to get put out. But
I'm glad I paid this one off.
A year later, we saw him last year at Comic-Con. So here we are a year later, still waiting for him. But at least
all in with Mezco.
He's got the double jointed elbows.
All in with Mezco, but I'm easy. I want Mezco Eco Warriors Flint. Mezco all day. So we got some Mezco heads in here. That's real cool.
Yeah, he looks. Boy, what's up, dude?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't be touching Mezco with a 10-foot pole if it wasn't for you two assholes. But
I mean,
then Destro being one of my favorite characters and him coming out first, he's freaking awesome. So I'm going to do my best to avoid some of these other ones, but my willpower is not strong.
Yeah. I got real strong Evander Holyfield vibes from this roadblock too. Like you can't tell from that angle at all, but some of the other looks that we got in the pre-rendering. So
Yeah, the
I dig that.
Only accessory this dude was missing was a soft goods apron. But
Nice. All right, so we got the brothers there.
yeah, so this is our first time actually seeing that timber, because on the solicit, it's still just a black silhouette of timber. So nice to see it. Nice to see that it's articulated, not just a static piece like the John Wick dog. And like, come on, man, these look great.
For sure. I know. I was watching your stream earlier today, and I know Boog was mentioning how, you know, he looks like the one from Hasbro because of the articulation. You can kind of see it and stuff, and the ankles and everything.
That, and also timber. I like the elastic bands for the kneecaps for the knee pads that Storm Shadow has, because it kind of tapers out that very baggy suit.
Good call.
Yeah, that Storm Shadow looks phenomenal. And Snake Eyes, again, another figure that could come off as very plain. And from what I saw in the prototype stuff, I was just sort of like, eh. But that shot of him and the way he turned out looks great. But that Storm Shadow is something else. And especially with the alternate Tommy head.
No, David, it always came with timber, but yeah, they didn't show it in the original solicit. Yep. It's just a black silhouette.
Yep. Good call. So you get an extra bonus if you pre-ordered it, if you didn't realize it came with timber. All right, good call. So Firefly, this had to be probably the most impressive. Oh, I don't know what happened to Fabio. This is his segment.
He just said 1 sec.
Oh, okay. Well, that was at 10:26. Okay. Okay, cool. But anyway, Firefly, I mean, this is the camo in person is probably some of the most urban camo, maybe the most impressive urban camo I've ever seen on a figure. So Dave says thanks. But yeah, take us through this one, Fab.
Again, it's another one that's in that weird prototype state, just kind of being shown. This is already been up for pre-order. Unlike Duke, this has at least been announced or teased twice, and has an open pre-order up. I believe pretty soon, if not already. I don't actually remember if he has a pre-order up, but I know he's seen it twice, because the running joke was that it was revealed at one of the cons, and then revealed again at a different con, one of the in-house Mezco cons. So you can tell it's still in that prototype state, just like Duke, because it doesn't have a base, it doesn't have accessories like some of the other stuff we'll see in a sec. Looks good though.
And so, all right, full disclosure, you can't tell by this picture, but these were my favorite figures of the entire convention.
Definitely the best turtles shown in the whole con.
What was that?
Definitely the best set of TMNT at the whole con.
Right. But this was my favorite.
Everybody had turtles.
This was my favorite thing. Like these were more like, when I saw these in person, I like this better than G.I. Joe Classified, which is crazy. But like, no, I'm serious. Like when I pre-ordered this, I was like, I need some TMNT representation. I don't collect NECA. I don't collect the Super 7, which I think they're both doing a great job. I'm not, it's just in too deep. But man, when I saw these, and I saw you and I talked about it over dinner, like the different skin tones that replicated the Playmates and the facial grins, and they
each have a unique body sculpt too, not just in the shells that have like different degrees of battle damage or nicks and marks and all that, but the actual skin textures on each one of them are unique. They all sort of share that same base model, base silhouette, but the individual details are different between all of them.
Yeah, I keep talking about
dude. Yeah.
I keep talking about maybe having to cancel my pre-order on these, but fuck, after seeing all the photos
I'll
from
show you why.
Look at the soft goods.
They're ridiculous.
The leather on the straps. Look at those gold hits of paint on Leo.
You guys are not canceling shit, and you're gonna pre-order it now, because look at these pictures, and this doesn't even tell you. You got to see them in person. I'm telling you, I'm like, these are the greatest turtles since what were the turtles that Panchisi had that you said were better? I don't even
the Rebel Tech turtles, but that's because they're kind of grails at this point. But that's
right.
From
but
an articulation standpoint, they're the best turtles. And
No,
go
these
back
just
to that
have
Mikey
so
real
much
quick, though.
character to them.
If
What
you go
was that,
back to
Dave?
If
Is
you
it
go back
these
to that Mikey real quick, the
I will,
skinny
but what was
looks like
Dave?
it's
What was
actually
Dave
moving.
saying?
They just
Oh,
have
I-
so much character to them. They
Yes.
just have like the presence that they bring, and just the thought of like how well they'll photograph. And I think that they'll mix in with the existing turtle stuff, like maybe not the Toon stuff as much, but the
Mhm.
Mirage
Man, it
stuff
looks
that's
like
coming
this,
out.
like just dripping. Yeah, that's how good the. Look at that.
That does look good.
All right, guys, I'm gonna bow out now for this one.
That's what's up, baby. Because he's like, oh, you guys are gonna be like getting me to buy shit I don't need.
Exactly.
Well, I already
All right,
have these up for pre-order, but if I don't wake up in the morning, then I'm.
We're almost done, guys. We're gonna close up Mezco real quick and let you guys go. But all right. Oh, look at that! Sold out everywhere once those
Yeah.
photos popped up.
Absolutely.
Is that true?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Been waitlisted for a while, but retailers who put in orders and had anything left over, yeah,
That makes me feel good. That makes me feel important saying they're the best thing at Comic-Con because they are sold out,
they're
motherfucker.
great, man. Look at them. Just look at them.
We will,
All right,
but
Dave.
Dave has to go because otherwise
right.
he's gonna shit himself.
Thanks for
All
letting me
good night,
crash,
Dave.
guys. All right,
Yeah, dude.
bye.
It was great
Hey,
chatting.
thanks for helping take over. Almost done.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Good night.
See ya. Bye. Good night.
All right.
Cool. But yeah, these turtles are, I don't even know what else to say about them. They're freaking great. All right, Power Rangers, let's go fast.
Yeah, man. The biggest news about these Power Rangers is the new female body. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees on that. Yellow Ranger. You'll see it on the Pink Ranger too. The Green Ranger sold out by I think Friday night or Saturday, probably Friday night. So it was, one of the hot exclusives of the show. If not, if Evil Ryu was right here, then Green Ranger was like right there. And the price point was the real difference. Everybody's, pretty happy with that Green Ranger. Good proof of concept for, what's to come with the rest of the team. And of course, White Ranger that was revealed same weekend. But again, despite all of that, the biggest news is still new female body. Let's go.
Yes, absolutely. I was gonna say, based on sales for like the second market, AEW Sting
is
number one, because I looked at his listings compared to Evil Ryu. But Evil Ryu to me is like that for $40.
For $40, dude,
you're
right?
getting way more.
All they got to do is get there early,
Yeah. Now you're getting
And it went up for open pre-order. These two, interesting. Indiana Jones Cairo edition on the left there was one that was up day one and then taken down after that. So the opposite of the other one we talked about there. So you just by the looks of it, you can tell it's a little unfinished, still a work in progress, probably not in display state. But conversely, that Major Tote looks incredible. Look at that.
Oh, it does.
Dude,
and I like what you said. You could throw these in with Dick Tracy. You could not Cairo, but Major Toe.
Yeah, Major Toe, and you could still say that it's still in a prototype state just because it looks a little bit more hand painted. You can, it has no base again and no accessories shown. So we're a little bit farther away on this than some of the others. But it's good to know that they're not just doing more Indiana Joneses, but also supporting cast.
Want to say what up to Toy Anxiety? What's going on? Evil Ryu was definitely the talk of the con. I was just saying, as far as like second market value, AEW Sting is 1 in 1,000. Even though it's funny, we shit all over the Call of Duty line earlier. That was 1 in 1,000. I can't even get rid of mine for retail.
Right.
So,
I was going to mention, isn't that? And as far as Jada, absolutely onto something special, even with Cyberpunk that I was really excited about.
And Mega Man, they're killing it.
And Mega Man and the cereal mascots. I mean,
the cereal will love it too.
Jada is the little engine that could, man. I believe in them. I fuck with them heavy. Dr. Doom here, though. I mean, this is a collaboration between Four Horsemen and Mezco. So Cornboy and the rest of the Four Horsemen had a hand in designing this. They've done, years and years at this point of incredible, armored knights figures. So why not, extend that to, essentially Dr. Doom, who's wearing a form of knight armor with soft goods over it. I mean, this one's going to be great. Love the texturing on the soft goods, kind of that suede material, almost like Conan's loincloth and stuff. Looks good. Looks really good.
Cool. I would just say, when I was watching you guys, I know there was some discrepancies. I would just say, maybe we need to see him in a more regal pose.
Yeah.
And then because this is a battle action pose, of course he's gonna look a little scruffy because he's in the battle with the Fantastic Four.
Mhm.
But I'm saying like when he's just chilling and regal on the throne, if we can get a shot like that in person, I
Yeah.
bet we'll be in if it looks good, you know.
And yeah, the Fantastic Four as a set look amazing, but look at that female body on Sue Storm, man. That's still that old female body.
Her-
When one space over on the same case, you've got an improved female body. It just makes me think, okay, you know, at least we know they can do the body now. Please go ahead and delay this so that we can add that body to Sue here because, I mean, we're only going to get one shot at this, essentially. Let's get it right. I don't care how long it takes. And with Johnny Storm, it doesn't seem like there's an interchangeable flame on neck. So when he has the flame on head, which is all like translucent and everything, you're going to still have a flesh tone neck, which, you know, not the super cleanest look, especially because you're already compromising so much of the flame on look with the soft goods outfit. You know, not the greatest execution there. It's really Thing and Mr. Fantastic that are like carrying this set.
But that said, they still look so much better than the Marvel Legends.
Exactly. And that said, they still look incredible, like as a set, you know. Silver Centurion, my personal favorite Iron Man armor. I love this colorway. I think, you know, this is still, again, prototype. It's not even posed up. And it got taken down after day one. So to me, this is still very much work in progress. You can even see that the biceps are mismatched. I can't tell if that left one is backwards or not, but, you know, they're asymmetrical. And the arc reactors just a little chunky. Heads maybe just a little oversized. I don't know. This still feels like a work in progress. And, you know, as far as proof of concept, again, this is my favorite Iron Man armor. I want them to get it right. So if me saying all this stuff, you know, even has the chance of changing anything, then here I am. Oh, yeah. So this is what I mean. So Robin here, shown with a base, shown with tons of his accessories. So you can tell that this one is a little bit closer on the timeline as far as completion. And I think he looks good, man. That's a ideal Robin silhouette to me right there. I mean, I look at that. That's Robin, whether, you know, you Damian Wayne or whoever is your favorite Robin or not. It's undeniably Robin. And for the world of Batman that Mezco has painted, I think it's the you know, a great Robin to go with their, let's say, Sovereign Knight Batman. And with all the accessories, again, you can tell he's a little bit closer to completion. Superman, not shown with any of his accessories, but at least he has the base. And
he look good.
Yeah, he looks good, man. I think the vinyl suit works for this look, but I understand, you know, trepidation as far as that material in the long run, you know, over a fabric suit. But again, it just looks good. I love the huge emblem and I love the mullet. I mean, that's all there is. So these are some of the online reveals.
Let's speed through MezcoCon.
I am.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, so these are the online reveals. So MezcoCon was kind of going on the month leading up to San Diego Comic-Con, which is when they did the drops every week for what ended up being the exclusives at the booth. And then during San Diego Comic-Con, Saturday and Sunday was like the online MezcoCon event where they did the reveals, the puzzles, events, activities, giveaway type of thing that they've done before as far as all their online events. And with that, the reveals were Nightwing, you know, a little bit more Bat family, never a bad thing. Again,
a very weird pose. He's kind of like doing some kind of 80s.
I think it's a callback to one of the Supreme Knights. I don't know. It's strange. The shoulder pads I'm not crazy about. It's, you know, definitely, again, Mezco's Nightwing. So you see some design elements from certain inspirations, but at the end of the day, it's like wholly their own. And that's why you get sort of the, you know, the checkered, you know, sleeves there, like the pattern on the sleeves rather than like the full clean stripe. I think it looks good though. Honestly, it's a good Robin design. You're just gonna have to reconcile that it's, again, that vinyl suit instead of like fabric, which
we'll have to see more.
I think it looks good. And then on the other end of that, mostly fabric, but again, we know that with Green Ranger in hand, they're making great Power Rangers. Let's keep it going. White Ranger, you knew it was coming. Probably going to be another standalone Mezco exclusive.
This was
Casey
awesome,
Jones, man. Casey Jones.
I mean, dude,
so good.
I'll jump in real quick because
Please. I'm sorry. Yeah,
this
I've been
was
going on because we're
no,
going.
no, thank you. You're holding down the fort while I was eating. And it was like eating out of how stressed out I was for dealing with the internet company for an
feel ya.
hour, which is why we're still going online and never even covered half the things we were going to cover. We'll do that again some other show. But look, I saw this reveal before I saw the turtles, and so I was like, okay, this makes me feel good about my pre-order. And then when I saw the turtles, I was like, this makes me feel good about Casey. So now I'm like putting the two together. I'm like, this is going to be my turtles because I know they're not going to go so deep like the NECA thing, like which we'll talk about in another episode. They're just going so deep, which is amazing for turtle fans. And I'm a big turtle fan too, but not that big of a turtle fan. I just need the
I'm with
basic.
you there too. I'm all about that core cast.
I'll get the core
we start
cast. So if
getting
they make a
into
shredder,
dinosaurs and manta ray
Splinter.
people, you lose me.
Right, exactly. So, and when I watch the cartoon, I want the deep cuts. But as far as my collection, Splinter, Casey, Shredder, April, I think I'm good there. Maybe Krang, and then Krang,
Splinter,
and then kind of like,
of course,
Baxter on the line. But like, I don't know, Baxter's kind of maybe 2C character unless you do like a 2-pack Krang and Baxter. Otherwise, I don't want to go deeper than that. Maybe a last Ronin.
I would say we're getting Splinter for sure because there's a certain Rumble Society character named Deepodomus that's part of the Hazard Squad that is a little rat creature. So easy reuse right there. It makes perfect sense for them to at least do Splinter. You gotta expect them to do Shredder. I mean, it's a dude with, again, like Dr. Doom, kind of armor with soft goods. You know, you have to expect that. April with a new female body. Let's go. You know.
So Mask.
Mask is interesting. You know, I think it's a good promise of things to come. More than anything, with something like this and the Static 6 Conan that I don't know if we'll talk about. More exciting with this is like, yes, the figure, at least it's a 112 and we see it and it's cool. But when you see the forest for the trees, it's just nice to have this license as an announcement as a whole. Because, you know, they could start with comic and move into movie, which everybody would love. And even if they stay comic, there's so many like looks. And even if they do multiple versions of these and every single one of them has different accessories, the mixing and matching within that would be just incredible. You could straight up do like, if this is successful enough, just straight up Mask accessory packs. Like this is one that could go crazy, you know? So this goes with something in the case as well that was shown and teased in one of like the Detolf cases they had there. You know, they set up the sort of like battle scene displays, and in one of them they had Atticus Doom versus Bartholomew Vex, which is the kind of goat head Puritan era kind of demon guy shown in the original Atticus Doom trailer. And now that we're seeing the physical figure with accessories in the case and its box on display close by, you have to presume that this one's coming sooner rather than later. I think this will probably drop, you know, right around spooky season. We got October coming up. This was Void Wars Gomez, which, you know, another one of the accessories at the show. It was up for pre-order about a month. It was the first official Mezco Con drop. And when it dropped online, it was $350 and it came with the Vortex strike suit. You know, sort of a big barrier to entry, but a giant mech suit that he can fit inside of and ride. At the show, they had him in there. Yeah, there's the strike suit. But if you go back at the show, they had him individually. Just him in one box, $100.
That's what you were showing us earlier. You guys show us that again?
Yeah, this is the box that's there behind him in the photo. You can see the strike suit is there, but $100 at the booth, no strike suit, the mech suit, of course. Very interesting. My first question to them was, is it a new SKU? They said yes, so I had to get it. It's the same figure. I got it right here. I've been messing with it for the last hour.
You crazy bastard.
Figure. But I mean, I should have kept him in the sweet ass pose I had him in. But yeah, it's cool to to have a chance to get this without paying the full $350.
What did you think of the mech suit in person?
Oh man, it's huge, dude. It's
yeah, I saw it.
Super impressive, like an achievement, really. The paint on it is crazy. It's just so imposing. It has such a presence.
And this was $250, right?
$350.
$350. But even then, like considering how expensive Mezco can be, $350 and it comes with a $100 figure, I guess it's not so bad.
And not crowdfunded, just up You know,
Yep.
There's a lot of merit to that, in my opinion. And we know that it's been a passion project in the works for a while, so the fact that they were able to get it to market is great.
All right, talk about these 2 slides.
Yeah, so on the right is the one that I was just mentioning, the Bartholomew Vex. That was him in the display versus Atticus Doom. So since it has an effect piece displayed with it, again, it's one of those things we can tell it's probably closer down the timeline, probably sooner rather than later. And then on the left is Theodore Sodcutter, but a variant, a new colorway, different from the original. And this was actually displayed at the Diamond booth, / the PX booth, rather, the previews booth, which is interesting because they kind of stopped doing previews exclusives a while ago. It was the ones that used to come in the tin exclusively. And it's interesting that they've, are displaying this at previews. Does that mean that PX exclusives are coming back? And just because his skin is blue and it's Gangrene Estates, everybody's taken to calling him Gang Blue Estates, Theodore Sodcutter.
So I got to ask you, overall, for Mezco, what would you rank it out of 5 whiskeys? What was the Mezco display?
It's overall, I want to believe it was a very strong showing because they had a good mix of new things on display that we've been waiting on, that are out with open pre-orders, that we're now getting to see in a state, to see how close it is to actually getting into our hands, as well as like some fun surprises, like new things just being revealed for the first time or shown for the first time at the show. Plus the online reveals, being pretty strong as far as continuing the Bat family. I want to say it's a 5 out of 5. Honestly, it's
nice.
Pretty much what I expected. Not what I expected, but in terms of anything I was specifically wanting to see. But I don't think I was disappointed by anything. I think
I would give it a
solid
strong
showing. Good exclusives. They sold out. They had the Wolverine there, which was not selling out immediately at first, but eventually did. It was a low production run. Just
cool. I'm glad
I think a return to form for Mezco as far as having a mix of in-house stuff and licensed stuff in equal measure.
Beautiful. I would give it a strong 4.5 out of 5. I'm not as obviously deep into Mezco as you. No one is, but I gotta say, when I saw a lot of what we saw, the Turtles and Doctor Doom in person, and Robin and Recovery Suit Superman, obviously the G.I. Joes, they showed them all individually. It was nice having Duke as a reveal. So I was very pleased. This was one of my favorite booths at the show. As far as G.I. Joe ratings, I'm gonna save that for Saturday. And I'm going to get it right into shout outs. It is late, guys. We're on the 3.5 hour mark. Sorry about what happened tonight, but want to give a shout out to Slickalicious. I got his Dragonfly t-shirt right here, baby. Just in time with the Dragonfly release. So go check out Slickalicious G.I. Jive on Etsy. Go get some shirts. Go cop some shit. It's good stuff. And Fabster, you can find Fabio right here, Fabster360 on Instagram. He is the man. He held it down at Comic-Con. He's the Kevin Bacon of the toy industry. So go follow him. Everyone knows him and he knows you. So go follow him right now. And then his show right before our show. So if you watched A.C.B.A. and then us, you've watched probably 8 hours of streaming tonight on toys and Comic-Con toys. So Articulated Comic Book Art. Shout out to Boog, Pancheesy, and those guys. Obviously that's a show. And the fact that you did both shows tonight, you're an epic hero and a scholar and gentleman, sir. I can't thank you enough. And before that, Fab, I gotta let the people know Saturday. Yes, I don't know why this wound up in a toy kind of mood at night. I do know why, because the Wi-Fi issues. We'll have that all settled, because Saturday will be a toy kind of mood at night. Look at those guests: MCU Collector, Kyle Peterson, Mike Case, 3 big-time YouTubers not known for G.I. Joe, and they get to talk about G.I. Joe Classified this Saturday. It'll be a Joe show only. As far as the rest of Comic-Con, I don't know, maybe next Wednesday. I don't know when we're going to finish the other half of the show. It was a crazy night, but I got to thank everyone who helped out. The whole family was here, from Bobby to KJ to Dave Speck. First appearance on Toy Kind of Mood. I thought he did tremendous. First time doing a YouTube show. I thought he was great. And then we had Steven, my current roommate, Steven MC. He did a fun job, a lot of jokes. And Fabster, man, it was a blast. And I can't thank you enough for hanging around and, you know, chilling with us tonight. You must be beat. That's all I'm saying.
No, man, I'm all go. No show.
That's right. All right, guys. We've had enough. We hope you did too. We'll see you again in the Toy Owl. Peace.
Bye.
Bye. Where's the freaking thing now? Because I didn't host the show originally. Oh.
This is a magnet. This is so sick.
I'm going to save some of this cool stuff for the next show. Yeah, man.
I think we're still alive. At least
I know.